Hello and welcome to episode 21 of the Aluminum Screen podcast. I'm Brandon, and joining me as always...
Brandon.
No, you trickster. That's Emmett.
And I'm Brandon.
And that's Brandon. And I'm Brandon. And this is kind of an underwhelming week for movies,
Everyone just clicked off.
I mean, it's a great week.
We have so much to talk about.
Shoot. There's a lot of news.
There's a lot of news.
Other than that, not really much. But we're going to do something fun to keep the energy up on a down week. A halfway year recap, Oscars. I wrote it down in my notes as half Oscars.
Rolls off the tongue.
I'm imagining we're giving out just half a statue. Just the legs.
Kind of the ideal.
Yeah.
Is it holding the sign? Or is that only... Do you get some of the sign?
Does the statue hold the sign?
That's where the engraving is.
The engraving's on the bottom, right?
Yeah, so you get the bottom.
Yeah, so your name is still in it. They just engrave like his toes or whatever.
That kind of rocks.
So
I'll take
we'll be handing those out later. But before we jump into that, I was gonna say Emmett, but I guess it's Brandon now. How was your week?
My week was good. Nothing too exciting, honestly. As far as watchers go, nothing. I watched Superman the other day, the original. Fucking awesome.
Early.
Oh yeah, that's true. I watched Superman the movie, 1978, of course.
Okay.
Just probably the first time I watched it in I don't know, forever, since maybe middle school or high school. Just incredible. Just so good. Just so good. I'm so excited for Superman. 1 week from tomorrow, everybody. 1 week from today, when the time this comes out.
Yeah.
We will be watching it, but that's not the point. A lot of TV. Ironheart came out, watched a couple episodes of that. Fine. Pretty solid show. People are super normal about it, of course.
Very normal.
I will say, not to add on to any hate that this show is getting, because I'd say most of the genuine hate and not criticisms are very bad faith, to say the least. But turning it on, it was the most I've ever been I'm watching this because I have to make a video about it. I really didn't want to watch it, but then I started it and it was fine. So maybe give it a go if you want to, or don't. It's okay, but just don't be weird. And then I watched all of The Bear season 4. Incredible. We might touch on it a little at some point, but just incredible. Maybe the second best season, I think. Really loved it. I mean, the first season's obviously the best season, and then from there you can kind of do whatever you want, I think, unless season 3 is next, because that's kind of weird. But just so good. Maybe has some of the best episodes of the whole show in it. 2 specifically. Not episode 2, but 2 episodes specifically. 7 and 9. Just... oh my god, I could rave about it all day, but I'm not going to. And then, obviously, Love Island has just been taking over our lives. And I said for a couple weeks there that I'll never be caught up because it's just too much. I'm caught up by 8:30. I'm refreshing Peacock just in case it goes up that early, almost every night. When I'm not watching it, I'm on Love Island subreddit, or every TikTok that I get is Love Island themed. It is taken over, and I can't even complain about it because it rocks. I mean, it's awesome. It's the best thing ever. And
and even with this season being kind of wonky,
this season is super wonky, but it's
kind of ruined Casa more.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff. But you know what?
Better than loading up Twitter and searching up the hashtag Love Island USA.
It's so true. It's so true. And this season has been super weird, but it's still working for me. It really is.
Yeah.
Some crazy stuff, bad decisions and just some really weird interference from production that's the craziest thing ever, but it's still working. It's still working its magic.
I feel the drama's about to pick up
tonight's going to be...
last night when this comes out.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So we'll see.
And then movie night is coming up this week, I heard, which, I mean, come on, man. Come on, that's awesome. I'm so excited. The show sucks, but I love it. It's just the worst
movie
thing
night
ever.
and the social media challenge is apparently soon as well.
That's true, yeah.
It's gonna be big.
I can't wait, man. The episodes now are like a full hour and a half. It's like a feature-length film every night. It's ridiculous. My only other watch is half a watch because I stopped for Love Island because I didn't do my time right, and it's the incredible movie Rear Window that I stopped halfway through to watch Love Island, which is just the epitome of what are we doing. So
I'm just like trying to imagine you like when Rear Window like came out, trying to explain any of the people involved in making that movie, just the concept of Love Island.
The idea of sitting at home watching Rear Window, and then halfway through having to explain to them, oh my god, so there's these people, right? They're in a villa.
Yeah, we'll get back to your shit, whatever the hell that was.
I know you're putting blood, sweat, and tears into this, but there's hot people in a villa in Fiji right now, so I'll get back to it. Yeah, I committed my biggest sin. I hate getting halfway through a movie and stopping it and then going back to it, but unfortunately I did it, and I meant to watch it this morning, and I didn't have time, so been all over the place, but it's really good, obviously. I mean, come on. It's awesome. I'm excited to do a bit of a Hitchcock dive now that they're not all, but a lot of them were added to Netflix, and I've been wanting to watch Rear Window for like a year now, but I never did, and I still am not really, but we're closer than ever.
The best part of Rear Window is the someone made a meme where it's like Grace Kelly's character is like, oh, I'm inappropriate talk here, but she's like, she's basically like she wants to do some adult things with.
Spoiler alert for the birds and the bees.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert for how you are here right now. And then Jimmy Stewart's character's like, I can't. I think a murder just happened. I just butchered that. That was a horrible explanation. But
I mean, that's the movie. He summed up the movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But it's just like somebody watched Rear Window and was like, I have to make a meme of it. That also. Try explaining that to them when they were making that movie.
Oh my god, that's true. Try explaining two dudes sitting at home making a podcast about talking about Rear Window and Love Island in the same sentence.
Yeah, they'd burn us at the stake, I think, for like being witches. Yeah. But I mean, you had a much more eventful week than I did.
Did I?
Sure.
Oh, and then I also my only real life thing that I really have to mention is I saw fireworks at Lumen where they filmed Severance. So, I mean, you know what that is in real life, but phrasing it for the people, because it sounds so much cooler to say, saw fireworks at Lumen where Severance is filmed.
That is cooler. You could also say I saw fireworks where they shot The Crowded Room, starring Tom Holland. Oh, that's true.
And what's her name?
Amanda Seyfried.
Emmy Rossum as his mother, who's like 6 years older than him.
I knew nothing about this show. I just knew that Tom Holland was in it,
and it did film.
And I know that he didn't. Yeah, you're right, Emmy Rossum.
What's their age difference? Because I think she plays his mom.
So Tom Holland is 29. Emmy Rossum is 38. So she had him at 9 years old, I guess.
That's incredible. That's incredible. The only other thing I've to add about the fireworks, then I'll finally let you get to your week when I'm done monologuing. Really great bit the entire time where a group of kids behind me yelled, "We bring the," right before every firework went off. For 25 minutes straight, and I laughed every time. They got me, man. It was so stupid.
How could you not?
I know.
That's a really good bit.
It's so good. Anyway,
how old were these kids?
They were. I honestly thought that they were like middle school, but I think they were like 7. Their parents were right near them, and they were just screaming.
These kids are going to be all right, man.
The entire time.
They got it figured out.
And they were saying some other stuff that might not point to that.
Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not. I didn't know all the information.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to say everything else on here.
Fair enough. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, pretty slow week. I watched 0 movies since last week. The last movie I watched was F1, which was a pretty good movie.
I do want to watch that.
I think you have to watch it before it leaves IMAX, for sure.
Fair. You think, how many more people with movie podcasts say, I need to watch that as much as me, you think? Every week you're like, oh, I watch this, and I'm like, one day. I still have to watch Elio. I have to watch Mathregan, too. I've been slacking hard.
I'm fine skipping Megan 2. I didn't see Megan 1, and I hated all the trailers of Megan 2, where she would pop up and be like, "I knew that you missed me."
Grab
I'm like,
your
I don't even know you.
vaginas.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Yeah, and
It
I'm
is being. It is bombing at the box office. It's like not even just
Good.
bombing. It is being just denied by everybody.
Good, because they did the thing where they tried to like, and Jurassic World did this too, and it looks like they're gonna perish as well. Good, because these studios think that they can like make up. It's like when they tried to be like, oh, Paw Patrol and whatever other movie.
Oh, Saw
That's
Patrol.
The next yeah, Saw Patrol.
This guy doesn't
That's the
remember.
next Barbenheimer.
This guy doesn't remember
Yeah.
Saw Patrol
Sorry.
11.
I didn't fall for the corporate propaganda. But they tried to do that with Megan, where they're like, oh, everybody's favorite. She's such a cult icon. Like, yeah, your first movie was pretty successful. You can't just make the next trailer for your sequel be like, we're a huge deal, huh?
Yeah,
Don't you guys like us?
The people do love Regan though, but clearly not in an action, not in a Terminator setting. Her being, it's basically a superhero movie with Regan.
Yeah,
People are not on
superhero
board.
fatigue is real.
That's true.
That's how we're
It's
finding
affecting
out.
everybody.
Even the robots. But yeah, I watched no new movies, but I watched some TV. Watched the first 3 episodes of Ironheart, and
Hell yeah.
you kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, I wasn't watching it because I was like, I've got to make a video on it. I was like, I've got to watch this because it might set up something for a future movie.
Yeah,
It
fair.
was a homework assignment, and then I was like, what is Eric Andre doing here? And
Yeah,
then
that
I was
was
like, I'm not here anymore. I was like, okay, why did they get him for this like 2-sentence role?
It really is an interesting show. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's a perfectly,
No.
especially as far as like MCU shows go. Like, it's a perfectly fine show. It's just so clearly 2022 Marvel just popping back up again.
Yeah, it gives me really strong Echo vibes. Like they're
Yeah.
very similar, like quality and also normal reactions
Yeah,
from
that's
people
fair.
online.
That's fair.
But yeah, gotta watch it because I gotta see Anthony Ramos as the Hood.
Dude, I love his silly little crew in that first episode. Him just like being like, "I'm the Hood." Like it's just so silly the way it,
It's so dumb.
in a good way,
And
kind of.
they have Alden Ehrenreich because Jack Quaid clearly said no.
That was really funny.
Like I was watching it and it was like his mannerisms and everything. I was like, it looks like he's just doing a Jack Quaid impression. Like they did his hair to look like Jack Quaid.
Is this his first role post Oppenheimer?
I believe so. He's also going to be in Weapons though, so it's not all.
We'll just
down
count
for
that.
him.
Because I think he filmed this like
Yeah.
right after Oppenheimer. Like,
Yeah, I think he also was in something called Fair Play in 2023. Oh, Cocaine Bear. No, that was before Oppenheimer.
it was
That was before.
not by much though.
No, not by much. What did 2023 he had? Fair Play, Cocaine Bear, and Oppenheimer?
It's a pretty stacked year. Yeah, I think he was working with RDJ.
When you look up Alden Ehrenreich, the first thing that pops up as a suggested search is what happened to Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh, that's no. Ooh, he shot
Oh,
up on the
man.
IMDb star meter. He's up to 65. Last week he was
Oh,
at 1,990.
Oh my gosh. Ironheart and its
That's
poll is crazy.
that kind of is insane.
I mean, he's in a Disney thing, and the Weapons trailer came out too, right? Like another Weapons trailer came out that actually like
Yeah.
showed the people in it.
Yeah, that just seems
And
like
people
a
remembered him?
crazy leap for a Disney Plus show, largely. Where's
Fair
Dominique
enough.
Thorpe at? Oh, she's up to 35. So the people
Yeah,
love
Dominique Thorne. Shout out.
Cousin
Well, she was
John
in
in,
a-
Ironheart is up to 165. Who I don't even remember who that is.
What's Eric Andre shooting up to nowadays?
Eric
What's his
Andre
poll looking
is
like?
at 732.
Oh, the poll's not the same for him,
But
unfortunately.
where was he? Where was he? Let's find out.
It's true. He went
Oh,
down,
he's
probably.
down to 4,536.
This is the worst. We should do a whole episode just going through the IMDb.
Oh my
star
god,
rating.
we really should. That's a great idea.
Write
that
that
is a
down,
great
producer
idea.
Craig.
Yeah, please, Craig. Do something.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I watched Squid Game season 3. Had a crazy jump scare at the end. Once I realized that the Kate Blanchett thing I saw on Twitter was real and actually
spoilers.
from Squid
Got
Game.
right to it.
Yeah,
God.
whatever, man.
I do. This counts as news, so we can touch on it a little. I think.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a Squid Game USA? Because I think we're gonna have different takes.
So stupid.
I think it's kind of cool.
No.
I think it's kind of cool to do it this way instead of doing like the same, just like rebooting it. Like I like the idea that it's like a whole world out there, and I think it's kind of fun to do like dodgeball and the floor is lava and like.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Keep in mind, I didn't watch season 2 or 3, so I'm itching for more Squid Game. Clearly.
Yeah. I think it's pretty telling that I watched season 2 and was like excited for season 3. And you haven't seen either, and you're like, yeah, it's pretty cool, like, I get it. And I'm like, no, they should burn this to the ground. But there's a thing that somebody posted online, and I was like, oh, that's a funny joke. Like, my girlfriend showed it to me, and I was like, oh, that's like a Photoshop. Because I think something was, like, spelt wrong also. And I was like, oh, they got you. I think they actually got me. So it was like a whole Squid Game universe, and Squid Game USA was like,
oh, that is
the
fake.
second thing that's going to come out. Okay.
It's like the MCU
Squid Game
phase.
1987.
Yeah, that's and like 2.9
Okay.
I think is one of them. Yeah. That's not real, but some like they are doing some of those things.
Right. Yeah, David Fincher. What the hell's going on with that guy?
Yeah.
He's doing Squid Game USA.
Yeah, instead of doing the Social Network Part 2, which we'll get to.
Yeah, and he's also taking Quentin Tarantino's sloppy seconds because
What is going on with him, man?
David Fincher, Netflix must have like the craziest dirt on that guy.
They're probably just making him do all this stuff for like 1 hour of Mindhunter to come back. They're just that's the deal they
For
have.
every 10 slot
Slave
projects,
labor.
you get 1 episode of Mindhunter.
Yeah, exactly. 1 minute of Mindhunter.
Yeah, but
I think USA could be
that is
cool.
crazy. That's even crazier that he's like on his knees for Netflix.
Yeah.
They canceled his show.
Yeah. The Killer
They
was
said his show was
Netflix,
too-
though, right?
Yes,
That was
but
good.
All
give him
this
that.
is after they canceled his show because they said it was too expensive. But then they're finding all this money for stuff like Squid Game USA
Yeah.
and fucking.
To be fair,
Oh,
to be fair, Squid Game is like the biggest thing they have somehow. Like,
yeah, it was.
no, like Squid Game is. Every time like a new Squid Game thing happens, I'm shocked at how big it is. I don't get
Well,
it.
I was like that for season 2. Season 3, I've seen virtually nothing. For
Oh,
online.
I've seen a lot, but I'm also avoiding it, so I'm thinking about it more, I think. I'm not really avoiding that much. I've seen some stuff, but I feel like I see it everywhere. When I was at a wedding a few weeks ago, a kid was watching an animated Squid Game thing on his phone. Like, why do the kids love Squid Game so much? That's what I don't get.
The kids like a lot of dark things now, dude.
That's true.
They're like, I think we talked about this
Yeah, I think
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it last
But-
week? Yeah.
I think so because I remembered it
Fair.
so vividly. But
I do think Squid Game USA could be kind of fun.
I think the idea of it is fun, but the fact that it's a spin-off of a show and it's only existing because I don't know, it's just like just watch the Korean one. There's no need to make an American
Yeah, but
one.
that's why I agree until this, because it's like a different thing. Like, I thought they were just gonna do like, oh, it's what's the main guy's name? Jihun.
Jihun.
Jihun. Like, I thought they're gonna be like, oh, here's like Gary, and he's like betting on horses and like do the same thing in the USA, you know. So I think it's cool.
Right, but like the reason that I watched season 2 of Squid Game and season 3 is because I cared about the character of Gi-hun and like what happened to him and his
Yeah.
friends. I don't want to start over with Kate Blanchett and whoever else.
I don't think she'll actually be in it.
I hope not.
I
But also, you're saying it's gonna be sick to see the dodgeball and stuff like
But
that.
I was
for
gonna
sure.
say this.
But the game they're playing, why are they playing? Was it
Jockey. I think I said it wrong in my video, but it's something like.
Well, like, why would they be
Jockey.
playing that? What?
I know. I
How does
agree.
this-
That
how does
is
this
stupid.
random homeless guy in LA know what that is?
Yeah, that is.
That's why he's failing at it.
It's like, I don't get why they did that. Just so we know what's going on. I think if they were playing like tic tac toe, we could have figured it out. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
super subtle. What's
Well,
happening
they made
there.
it pretty obvious when they had Kate Blanchett look at the camera and go, hit the RDJ GIF reply that all the millennials love to use.
Squid Game will return.
Yeah. No, literally.
It wasn't a post-credit, right? That was just the end?
No, it's not a post.
Probably should have just been a post-credit.
Yeah, because then I could have turned it off.
Well, apparently, there is actually... no, that's a spoiler thing, and I didn't even watch it, so I don't want to get into that. Anyway, how else was your week? Anything else? Or?
I want to get into it. My week was alright. Squid Game Season 3, I will say this before we move on to the news. To me, pretty easily the worst season of Squid Game, which is never fun, when the last season's, like, the worst one.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it was like every character I was, like, into and cared about, they killed off pretty quickly. So then I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I've heard pretty mixed things about this one. I think it's awesome they have a guy named Thanos in that show.
Yeah,
that's
is sick.
Awesome. That rocks.
You gotta watch season 2, man. You gotta watch season 2 and 3.
The thing is, I really love Squid Game season 1. Like, I really, really like it, but I've just never, like, I don't know. I just kind of am cool with it ending there in my head. And
Here's the thing.
I'm never like this. I'm like, do anything. Just keep making slop for me to eat. But for whatever reason, Squid Game ended, and I was like, I'm cool with that. But I want USA at the same time. So
but the thing is, season 2, I was like the same way. I was like, there really is no need. Like, the only reason it exists is so the creator of Squid Game can, like, actually get paid.
Yeah,
because he got paid, like, nothing for season 1. But then, like, once you start watching, like, after an episode, like, it gets its hooks back in you.
Fair.
Because it's, like, similar, but it's different enough. And
yeah. I only watched the first episode of season 2 when it first came out, and I really liked it. I love, I can't think of his name. He's in Train to Busan, and he's, like, the guy.
Oh,
the recruiter.
Yes. What is his name?
Is it Gong Yu or something?
I was thinking Gong Li, but I
Gong Yu.
Right. Gong Yu.
Anyway, should we move on from Squid Game?
Yeah, let's get out of the Squid Game.
All
to
right.
the news.
On to the news. We have a lot of stuff, actually. Some of this is so stupid. Some of it's fun. We have, like, 6 trailers. We can kind of speed through some of these if we don't have much to say. Yeah. Earlier today, we got the first trailer for Project Hail Mary, the new Ryan Gosling Interstellar, but Ryan Gosling's here. Oh, you haven't? Okay, we don't have to.
No, because I wanted to watch it on my TV, but then I didn't have time to watch it.
Fair. It looks fun. It looks really pretty. Like, it's your guy Greg Fraser doing cinematography.
My goat.
Your goat.
My good friend.
Looks really cool. It looks really good. Apparently, like, the whole book is built around this one twist that, like, they immediately reveal in the first, like, opening seconds of the trailer, which is, like, a thing now, because, like, I feel like that happens a lot with books recently.
Yeah, because general audiences are too dumb to get excited for something without knowing the entire plot, but then they also will, drag their knuckles off the ground to type onto their keyboard, like, oh, trailers give away everything now, but then they won't see something if everything isn't given away.
Oh, 100%.
People will comment on TikTok and be like, "What? How does this end?"
Yeah, it looks good. I want to read the book at some point before the movie. Hopefully, I think it's March 20th next year.
Yeah,
looks like a good time. We also got we'll build up to the big trailer of the week. We got the first trailer for Roof Man. Did you see this one?
I did see this one. I'm so excited for Roof Man. I'm all in on Roof
Man. I'm so glad to hear you say that. This looks really fun. The basic premise here, for anyone who somehow missed the biggest trailer of the week, Roof Man. It stars Channing Tatum. I'm trying to get the synopsis. I'm stalling.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the synopsis. It's in my head. It's based off of a true story of a guy who escaped prison and lived inside of a Toys R Us and robbed, I think it was like 37 or something, McDonald's.
Oh, I didn't
to make money.
I didn't know it was that many. That's awesome.
But he was like he was a super nice guy. Like, it's in the trailer also, like, he like puts the people working at McDonald's in the freezer so he can rob the place. And then the one guy, he's like, "Hey, come on, man, put your jacket on." The guy's like, "I didn't bring a jacket." And he's like, "Are you serious?" So Channing Tatum takes his jacket off and gives it to him. And then he's like just living in a Toys R Us and robbing McDonald's. It's awesome.
It looks really, really fun.
Channing Tatum's back.
And Channing Tatum is actually back in a big way recently. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine. No, Blink twice. Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, he's good in that.
Kind of.
Roofman. He's got Avengers Doomsday, which is obviously going to be really good. But this movie has Channing Tatum, Juno Temple, who you love, Kirsten Dunst, Ben Mendelsohn, Peter Dinklage, Lakeith Stanfield, Tony Revolori. Like, this is a great cast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why do I love Juno Temple?
Don't you hate Juno Temple?
No. Why?
She's
What
in
is
Ted
Juno
Lasso.
Temple in?
I feel.
Oh,
she's
then
in
yes,
Ted
I have beef
Lasso.
with Juno Temple.
She was in Venom.
I don't know her well enough.
She was in
Yeah,
Venom.
she was in Venom 3.
Yeah, Venom with the horse.
The Last Dance. Yeah, I don't have a huge beef with Juno Temple though, but she is in Ted Lasso, so I do have a beef with her.
I got you.
But
obviously,
my huge beef is with Hannah Waddingham. She's popping up in too many things now.
Oh, is that who I'm
And I
thinking
hate
of?
Ted Lasso. That might be.
She was in both Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible, right? The only one to be in Mission Stitch Possible.
Hannah Waddingham, I believe so. Yes.
She was that
Believe
freak
so.
ass alien.
Yeah, not Billy Magnuson, star of Game Night. He should have done it. He should have done
it is.
both.
There it is.
There it is.
Got to get it out early.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I feel like I missed an episode.
I was thinking you might have missed
week or
last
the
week.
before.
I had that thought.
and it was keeping me up a couple nights.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, someone run it back. Someone run back the tapes.
No. Only if I did say it then. But
We also got the trailer for Begonia, the new Yorgos
Yes.
Lanthimos movie, starring Stavros.
Yeah.
He's in this. That's the only cast member that matters, obviously. Not in the trailer at all, I don't think.
no.
It was rumored
I
that he
didn't
was
spot
going to
him.
be in this for a while, and it was confirmed with the press release. So
Yeah.
random. Also, Emma Stone and Jesse
Jesse
Plemons.
Plemons, Emma Stone.
Not
Jesse
to
Plemons,
ignore
star of
them.
Game Night.
Oh,
Much
nice.
more natural
Right back
segue.
at it.
Should have waited.
Right back at it. The plot of this, or the synopsis: two conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she's an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. Awesome. Emma Stone is the CEO.
Alien.
Yeah. This is based off a book, I think, called The Green Planet, right? Something like that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because I remember this, because this was announced maybe early last year or the year before. I'm pretty sure it's this.
Yeah.
It was announced like 2 years ago maybe, and I saw the discussing film tweet, and it said, Yorgos Lanthimos is directing The Green Planet, and I was like, oh my god, they're doing an E.T. sequel directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, because that's the book, the E.T. sequel book is The Green Planet, and I was like, no way!
That's
Which they
funny.
should definitely not do an E.T. sequel, but for a split second there, I was really excited, and this movie hasn't left my mind since.
Hell yeah. Apparently it is based on a South Korean sci-fi comedy movie called Save the Green Planet.
Oh, okay, so
So
not
it's
a
like an
book.
English language remake of...
Gotcha. So like Squid Game.
Yeah, this is like the Squid Game USA of Save the Green Planet.
This is,
Of the Save the Green Planet cinematic universe.
that's the perfect
This
way
is
to
phase
talk
2.
about adaptations. This is the Squid Game USA.
Yeah.
Oh, that rocks. But yeah,
I'm so excited for this. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, love both of them. Stavros, just awesome that he's in that.
I'm
Like,
just not
that's
going to
really
stop
funny.
laughing when he pops up in that.
Yeah.
You think, like, is he
And
going to have...
Yorgos is on a tear.
He is. He really
Poor
is.
things.
Who else?
Kinds of
Oh,
Kindness
Alicia
was good.
Silverstone is also in this.
Mm.
Who? Ah, yeah, this looks really cool. Really cool trailer, too, where it doesn't give a lot away, and it's just like a beautiful... lot of shots of bees.
Oh yeah, Emma Stone, the Queen Bee.
That's true.
Maybe she's secretly Beyonce.
Ooh, an alien beyond. Maybe she is E.T. Maybe it is the E.T. sequel. Maybe we just spoiled that. E.T.'s in the post credits.
That would be sick.
We got the trailer for Eden. I don't know if we have much to say about this one. It does look pretty
That's
cool.
the
though.
Sydney Sweeney and
Yeah,
and
Sydney
other people,
Sweeney,
right? Jude
Anna de
Law.
Armas, Vanessa Law, Daniel Bruhl, Jude Law. It's
Vanessa
based on a
Law.
true story.
Vanessa Kirby, right?
Oh, what did I say?
You said Vanessa Law.
Who is that?
I don't know. That's what you said it.
Oh, I mixed up Vanessa Kirby and
Yeah.
Jude Law. I got mad at you.
I didn't say it.
Who's that? But yeah, this is the Ron Howard movie.
Yes. I haven't seen this trailer. I didn't even know it came out, but cool cast, I guess. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was based on a true story until the trailer. But it's like they're all stranded on an island, and it's like a cult kind of thing, I think.
Oh.
I almost don't want to read anything else about it because I kind of just want to go into
Yeah.
it. But it comes out August this year. Oh, it has a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought this was like a really highly acclaimed movie for some reason.
This is the Jurassic World rebirth of August.
It's kind of like the Squid Game USA of the Jurassic World of Ron Howard movies. In a lot of ways.
That's true. Many people are saying that Eden is the Squid Game USA of the Ron Howard cinematic universe.
Everyone's saying it. Yeah, I like a lot of the people in this. Could be good. I probably didn't have to write this one
Doesn't
down.
sound like it.
I don't have much to say. The big trailer of the week. God, we're still in trailers.
It's alright, we'll quick fire through the news.
This is ridiculous. Every time I think we have a quick one, we just go. The big trailer of the week is a Fantastic Four trailer. It came out last Wednesday, I think. Looks so good, man. I'm really excited.
Looks great. I will say I was disappointed to find out today that Pedro Pascal was gonna do like a old timey transatlantic accent, and Kevin Feige said no. He's like, don't do that. That sucks. They should have let him have a silly accent.
Let him do a silly voice. It kind of, it's fun. And then when he's in the MCU, you can just forget about it. They've done that for like Wanda had an accent for a second there. Just forget about it. Who cares?
Yeah.
The Thing has a beard. How do you feel about the Thing's beard?
That's pretty cool. He's got to chisel it off.
He does have to chisel it off. We get a lot more of Okay. Julia Garner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not Jodie Foster or Jodie Comer or Julia.
Nope. Julia Garner.
We got a lot more of her Silver Surfer. I feel like the CG looks a lot better on her now. Shockingly, who would have thought that it would look better when it's closer to release? But she's got aura, man. A lot of people were saying she has no aura. She's got aura.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Galactus is teased a little bit more. He's got kind of a mech vibe. We might see his ship. The oh my god, I can't think of the name now.
Oh, you're on Fraud Watch.
I know, I am on Fraud Watch. It's like the All Eater or something. It's not that. It's definitely not that.
Let's see.
The All Matter. The
Google here is telling me that it's called Ta-2, also known as the World Ship.
Oh, World Ship. Damn it, I was dancing around it. Well, we got to look at that, famously. The trailer, opens. We've seen this a lot of, the four of them lined up, and they get, a little thing on their little watch, and it's, danger alert. And they run out of the studio. I love it. They feel like real, superheroes, you know? They don't just feel like dudes that, are here. It feels like they're larger than life, and I love it, man.
Yeah, it looks awesome. The production design, everything, the costumes, it's a movie that feels like a movie.
It's incredible we're getting this in Superman 2 weeks apart. They both just feel like kind of classic comic movies. They both make me feel like the Raimi trilogy, the OG Superman. It just feels like a movie.
Yeah, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
The Squid Game USA of
2017. Well, Superman kind of is the Squid Game USA of the DCU, if you think about it. We're starting over.
That's
Squid
true.
Game 1 was the Snyderverse.
That's true, and it's basically just a spin-off of Creature Commandos, which is just
Creature Commandos is Squid Game. Creature Commandos is the Squid Game to Superman Squid Game USA.
Exactly.
Right. Also, they keep posting clips from Superman. I've seen a million different clips.
Let's just get right into this. I wanted a new segment called James Gunn, You Gotta Stop Talking, man. Just stop talking. It's the movie's so close. Just please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't.
Okay. one of the things
We're only a
revealed.
week away. That's
What?
crazy.
I know, a week from
We're only
tomorrow.
a week away.
It's insane. I'm so excited. Okay, but James Gunn, he's doing the press stuff. He's all over the world doing his interviews, and he just keeps saying stuff. He's trying to spoil the movie more than anyone else. He just won't stop talking about things. I don't even want to say one of the things I read that he said, because it's like a spoiler.
Was it controversial?
No, it's just a spoiler. I do have a controversial thing that I really
Is this
don't
something
like.
that we see in the movie?
Yeah.
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 I was like, that feels like something that
Which
didn't need to be said.
we technically
Who was asking for that?
We knew about it like a year ago because they made a whole like thing about it when they were filming. But in my head, there's such a difference between like the announcements or like the stuff that happens when they're filming and then a week before the movie. You know, like I tend to forget a lot of stuff between then and this point, which I shouldn't probably because it's kind of important. But not the biggest deal in the world, but. The biggest deal in the world, what is the biggest deal in the world, is he confirmed that they're doing the hypno glasses thing to disguise Clark Kent's identity. I hate this. Doesn't matter that much at all. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's like it's been a thing in a lot of Superman stuff, and I just don't like it at all. I really don't.
Yeah, there's like so much. There's a giant kaiju that comes in to Metropolis. There's like, I mean, first of all, Superman just existed.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, it's actually not realistic that he wouldn't, be seen. So let's make his glasses fucking have a power where anyone who looks at him doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's much more realistic.
It's just not realistic, so we got to get magic in here. And like it's been a thing in the past. A lot of people that like. Or not mad, like I don't, who cares, it's not that big of a deal at all. But I've seen a lot of the response to the criticism be like, it's in the comics. But that doesn't always mean that it's like a good thing. And it doesn't always mean that it should be in a movie. Like,
true. And
I feel like it's kind of an insult to David Cornsweat's performance. Like every time we see him as Clark Kent, like he's not Superman. And that's the whole point. Like one of the most famous Superman scenes ever.
You're just thinking that because the hypno glasses are working.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't realize that they got him in the real world too. It works on everybody. Like one of the most famous Superman scenes is Superman the movie, which I guess we gotta call it that now. In that where you see Christopher Reeve, like Lois walks away and he like literally goes from Clark Kent. He takes the glasses off and he like his posture changes, his voice changes, whole thing, and now all of a sudden. He's Superman. And people in the world of the DCU, they're not like, oh, I'm sure Superman like has a secret identity and works a job as a reporter. That's not even like, they don't even think that. They just assume he's always Superman. That's like the whole thing. I don't like it. True. I really don't. Not to rant too much, but who cares?
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I feel like it's probably not going to be like a huge plot.
I'm sure it's a throwaway line where he just says like, my hypno glasses, if that.
I hope that that's the line verbatim. My hypno glasses,
if that. Literally everything else about this movie is incredible. I mean, who cares? Again, I'm so excited for it. I just ordered a Superman shirt.
Oh, hell yeah. I might have to get one for next week so I don't feel left out.
It's true.
But we're in the DC world. We've got to talk about the biggest news of my lifetime, I think.
Yep.
Matt Reeves aura farmed. He posted a pic online the other day of him, the co-writer, whose name is slipping my mind at this moment.
Tomlinson? That feels like too many sins.
Mattson Tomlin?
Mattson Tomlin, yeah. That did feel like too many sons.
And this completed script for the Batman Part 2.
It's real. It's happening.
It's real. It exists. All the doubters hold that. And he's coming to the DCU, I'm telling you.
Well...
I was right about one thing, so I will be right about another.
It would be the greatest post-credit scene of all time if he's at the end of Superman.
Yes.
It really would.
Yes.
It really would.
But the thing is, like... There was the THR report that came out the next day after Matt Reeves posted the completed script, and they're like, no, but it doesn't, like, they don't know if anybody's working on the Brave and the Bold script at the moment. which doesn't mean that movie's getting canceled and Robert Pattinson's going to be in. It just means that they don't have somebody writing it at this moment.
Yeah, they worded it really funnily in that THR article. I forget what it was exactly, but they were like, which we're not sure exists or something like that, and everyone got riled up about it. But I think that's just the writer also speculating about what it is. I don't think they're hinting
it was like, Matt Reeves writing the Batman Part 2 and The Brave and the Bold, which seemingly doesn't have a writer now or something, like at the moment or something like that. But it's vague enough to where it could mean anything.
Yeah, and again, James Gunn seems more open to the idea than he previously was. So I don't think it's impossible. I don't know. I don't believe that people want it. You know, I don't think people are really grappling with what it means. You know, I think it's just cool to see them together.
What means?
Like the idea of Robert Pattinson joining the DCU. Like I agree.
Oh, I don't care at all what it means. Cool. I just want it would just be cool to see it.
Exactly. But together. I feel like I don't know. I'd like to see it, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. I'd like to see it.
I keep seeing people online post. They're like, "Oh, this is just like." When people post like Robert Pattinson and David Cornsweet like Photoshop, so like, oh, this is just like when people used to post Brandon Routh and Christian Bale. No, it's not.
I mean,
this is different because this is real. Brandon Routh, no hype moments and aura.
Oh, you've never seen a CW show, buddy? How dare you?
Don't. CW does not have the same level that the David Cornsweet Superman has already. From those clips. Just from a million clips I've seen on Twitter.
Got a better suit. I'll give him that.
Nah.
The Kingdom Come, the Brandon Routh one in the CW, not the Teen Wolf guy.
Wait till the Kingdom Come one for David Cornsweet.
True.
This is only the first one. He's going to get more.
I agree. But you can't change the crest, and I like the crest more on the other one.
Nah, the crest is cool, man. Either way, Robert Pattinson is better than Christian Bale as Batman. I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, you trust me. I'm not going to disagree with you there. Realistically, I think you could do 10-year time skip between the Batman Part 1.
Realistically, well, not realistically, but my opinion, who cares? Don't even address it at all. Just have them link up for a movie and go back to their own universes after. I think you gotta address it. No, you don't have to address it. You just go have one line where they're like, "Oh yeah, whatever."
No, you do, because the Batman stuff is such a big part of the DCU. He's like the pillar. He's the second pillar. You can't just not.
Yeah, you totally can.
You can't. Clayface is getting a movie. You can't have, Gotham is such a big part of this world. You can't just have Robert Pattinson pop up once and then not connect ever again.
Whenever they link up, it's just totally unrelated to what he's doing in Gotham.
I get that, but the world, it just, I don't think it. And I
don't care.
You do a 10-year, because the whole thing about the DCU is it's gods have always been here, monsters have always been here. It's always been this world, and you could retcon it, but you could do Batman Part 1, 10-year time skip. He speeds through the Bat family, which, a lot of the time he does kind of get through them in 5 or 6 years. So it could work. And then you have the DCU version, which is just in the future a little bit. And now there's Clayfaces and Killer Crocs and all these guys.
Or just be nah, they're just hanging out now.
The end. I think, at the very least, a Crisis on Infinite Earths thing is inevitable.
That's so early for that.
No, I'm not saying anytime soon. I'm saying, 15 years down the line, and that's where we'll get, the DCEU stuff, we'll get the CW stuff. They'll just kind of do it all, even though the CW did Crisis, 8 different times.
Yeah, when the DCU starts falling off, they're going to have their own Secret Wars.
Yeah, they're going to hit the Crisis button so fast.
Yeah, they're going to be bring Robert Pattinson in. Let's pay Christian Bale a lot of money.
Let's get Ezra Miller back.
Yeah. Let's AI Heath Ledger's Joker back in here.
Oh,
let's get Joaquin Phoenix.
That's a great segue. That's a good segue.
Bail Jared Leto out of jail.
Somehow Paul Walker is returning for the last Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
Did you see this? Not Paul Walker, Brian. The character Brian.
Brian from Family Guy?
Vin Diesel finally snapped after not getting any updates on this movie and just went on the stage and started talking about it to people. And he was like, "You ever going back to LA? We're doing the race." He was just on a stage. He got up somewhere.
He just found a stage and did a hostile takeover?
Pretty much, that's what it seems like. He just got up there, everyone started recording, and he just started spewing about this movie that's never happening. They're doing... And one of the things he confirmed is that Brian's coming back. Which, like...
Yeah.
I guess you could get the brother back for, like, a quick goodbye thing. I think that would be fine. But anything more than that...
They did a goodbye thing. Yeah,
but this is, like, the
song
last...
that you love.
The best song of all time. I mean, it's... I think it's the greatest song ever. Universally agreed. But, like, since it's the last one, I could see, like, just one, like, last shot of him or something. But if they get him for, like, a main character and they, like, do the CG stuff, what are we doing, man? What are we doing?
I haven't seen a second of a Final Fantasy. That's not the franchise at all.
I haven't seen a Final Fantasy movie either.
The Fast and the Furious movie. But, like, I assume that they killed off the Brian character when he died in real life. No? He's just, like,
that's the weird thing.
Else.
He's just off with his kids, so like in the last like 6 movies, shit's going down, and they'll just be like, "Oh, if only Brian could be here," but he's got his kids, so he just can't.
None of us have kids.
Yeah,
only Brian does.
Sometimes his wife shows up though, and they're like, "Oh, how's Brian?" And she's like, "He's with the kids."
I hope that he returns for like a second, and he just goes, "Oh, I got to get back to my kids. Sorry, I can't help."
Yeah, like that would actually be a good bit. Like, and this whole movie, as Vin Diesel rambled on stage, he said they're going back to like LA and back to their roots, and like, Universal doesn't want to give him a budget at all because the last one did horrifically, made $750 million, but had a ridiculous budget, so lost money, which you can't really.
Money making $150 million.
You can't really blame that on Fast and Furious. That's a Universal problem.
Why would they put that out?
And so that happened. So they were like reducing the budget a lot for this one, but the last one ends with a dam exploding as Vin Diesel races to get his son back from Jason Momoa, and he's riding the exploding dam down to get him. And then Gal Gadot pops up in a giant submarine in the ice. And it's like, you're going to go from that, and then 4 years later, just like everyone's back in LA doing like street races. You went to space.
Hey, Brian's back.
Oh, the kids are gone.
Finally, got rid of those stupid kids, right, Brian?
Oh, I can't wait to see how this turns out.
What a horrible, cursed franchise.
It's something, man. It really is. Oh, okay. We've gone on for so long, and we shouldn't mention. We have like actual news to talk about, but I gotta mention this thing. Did you see what Mark Hamill said this week?
No, but he's always saying. Oh wait, is it the thing about why he assumed that Luke Skywalker went hermit mode?
He wanted the reason that Luke. He pitched this. He genuinely pitched this. He wanted it to be that Luke had a wife and his son, and one day his son accidentally impaled himself with a lightsaber and killed himself, and then his wife couldn't handle the grief and killed herself shortly after, and that's why he was like that in The Last Jedi. What? What are you talking about? What?
That guy's an idiot, man.
What is he? Oh, I really wish my baby killed itself in that movie. That's the issue. Everyone's complaining about the sequels for a million different reasons, and Mark Hamill's like, yeah, they didn't let my family all commit suicide to explain. I couldn't believe
that
when I
read
this.
It.
Oh, I just had to get that out there.
Dude, I saw that because somebody had quote tweeted it. I don't remember who had tweeted this out, and it was like the meme where it was like, we forced like monkeys or chimps to understand Mark Hamill's headcanons, and they killed themselves.
With a lightsaber?
Much like Luke's family.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, my God. I just love all the people that that don't like the direction Luke went because it's so dark. Like, what would they have done if the movie opened with his baby accidentally opening a lightsaber? Like,
oh, at least now I understand why he'd like it. Now this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly.
This is cool.
This is cool.
This is cool.
This is cool. Watching
This is
a baby
cool that
open a
baby
lightsaber.
killing itself.
Yeah!
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's like when Anakin did that to a bunch of kids. It's a callback.
It's a callback. Guy screaming it's a callback after seeing a baby kill itself with a lightsaber. Oh man, if I would just
Also-
love to get a glimpse into the world where this made it into the movie somehow. What?
He said this is what he imagined in his head when he was like giving his performance. So in his head, he has a dead wife and kid that he never mentions once. It's so traumatic. He lives by himself and he doesn't bring them up ever.
Rey, you're the last Jedi. Because my wife and newborn son both committed suicide.
No, I swear I didn't kill them.
Oh, okay. Anyway, what else do we got? Lilo and Stitch sequel confirmed. I know you're excited.
Boo!
Don't boo. They might bring in Ruben.
Fuck Ruben.
How?
No,
dare
Ruben
you.
was cool. Ruben's the guy stacking sandwiches in the Flash game.
Yeah. He's just like got a New Jersey accent. He's just a guy from New
Yeah.
Jersey eating.
Hey, I'm available.
Ruben. Ruben's the best. He's everything Stitch is. He's the one right before Stitch. They just made, like, he's just lazy. He's as smart, he's as strong, he's everything.
Oh.
He's just lazy, and he just wants to eat sandwiches. It's incredible.
Sign me up.
I hope they go the Pokemon route for this one, because they could... I don't think they're going to, like, adapt to the sequel. They should just be like, oh, there's, like, 1,000 of these guys. Let's go see them. Let's go see them.
Yeah, they should, or like
Oh.
Sonic, where every single new movie you get one additional team member.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to get Angel. At the very least, Angel's going to be in this for sure. That is
For sure.
That character makes too much money for them to not put her front
Absolutely.
and center. It really is going to be like the Sonic movies. That's actually a good.
So they can get the I'm with him and I'm with her shirts with
Yeah.
Angel and
Who would
Stitch.
ever get matching Stitch and Angel merch?
Who knows? I'm
Who
getting a
knows?
matching Ruben shirt that says I'm here with sandwich.
I tried to get a Ruben costume a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't
Why?
find one anywhere.
Yeah, obviously.
They
Who's
only
making a
have them.
Ruben costume?
They only have them on Etsy, and they're not high enough quality. Because I saw all the kids in the Stitch costumes at the theater, and I was like, "Oh, if only I could be Ruben."
I should show these kids I know more ball than them and show up as Ruben.
Hey, you know who I am? You know this guy?
Yeah. This guy, he's lazy, from New Jersey, and likes sandwiches.
Boom.
Huh? What are you? Just some blue idiot.
Just some freak. Okay, the Odyssey poster for the Odyssey trailer comes out this
Heck
week.
yeah.
Seemingly theatrically exclusive, which is
Yep.
cool but lame.
I'm seeing Jurassic World Rebirth just for the Odyssey trailer.
Yeah, honestly, not a bad idea. I'm hoping it's like it's at the early screenings, because sometimes the trailers don't update until like the official release, which would be kind of lame because I don't want to see Jurassic World twice.
I mean, you could just burn one of your A-list reservations
Yeah,
just
that's
for a trailer,
true. That's true.
which
But
is insane.
I hope it's going to end up getting leaked online anyway. Just release it online at the same time, please.
No.
Yes. It's
Make me go see Jurassic World Rebirth.
But I want to make a video about the trailer.
Emmett, you don't understand. This is huge for guys like me that love showing up at the showtime
Oh my
and they get to
God.
see all the new trailers.
Ugh.
Once again,
It's-
I can't
You
stop
have
waiting.
never seen a new trailer in the theater. This will be your first new trailer in the
Not
theater.
true. That's not
That
true.
is true.
I
That
saw
is
the
true.
Snack Shack trailer in theaters, and that's the only time
Oh,
I'd ever seen it.
2 years ago, So you've seen
2 years
one
ago. Try
new
last
trailer.
year, chump.
Probably the end of the year before last year is when you saw the trailer. Boom.
Still
Boom.
not a full 2 years
Boom.
yet, though, is it?
Oh, did
Maybe
I
a
say
year and a
full?
half.
Did I say full? I said calendar.
Well, 2 years implies.
I said 2 calendar years. Play back.
Wrong.
I'm gonna edit
right.
just calendar. Just me. I need to get a blank audio.
Just you. It doesn't
Calendar.
match at all. There you go. Edit that. Edit that in so loud you can't hear anything that we're saying in that moment.
Yeah, tagline "Defy the Gods" looks awesome. Trailer's gonna be great. Love. They might release it online, I think.
Yes. Before we move on to our next news story, which is a great news story that everyone's gonna love to hear, I have to say,
this an ad
I
read?
did. No. I did also. Yeah, we're actually sponsored. I'd like to thank BetterHelp. Yeah, but what's it called? I have another trailer that's more recent than Snack Shack that I saw only in theaters for a great movie that everybody loves.
Oh, it doesn't count. That doesn't count.
What? What doesn't count?
Okay, never mind. You go. I think I misread.
No, what were you gonna say?
I thought you were going to say the Superman 5-minute preview before Minecraft.
Oh no, but also that was released online as well because James Gunn is a coward.
I think they'll release the Odyssey online within an hour.
He will eventually.
They said that for Avatar. Oh, sorry.
I saw the Shadow Force trailer, and it tricked me into thinking that I should see that movie and that it looked kind of like a fun time.
Is that the one that had the lady behind you?
Yeah, that's the one that had the lady behind me. That when a car flipped and was followed by 15 seconds of a black screen and silence, she said, "Wow, that was a serious flip."
What would she have said if she saw Luke Skywalker's newborn son impale himself with a lightsaber?
Wow, that's a serious suicide.
That's a callback.
She's the one saying it. And then also like 5 times throughout Shadow, or I think it's Shadow Force. I was like, this is like a real movie. I had Harry Styles take over her soul.
That's
for
incredible.
5 times.
That's incredible. What has she been watching that Shadow Force is what makes a real movie?
I don't think anything.
She got lost. She thought she was at like a Broadway show.
Maybe Minecraft and like Electric State, probably. It's probably her first non-Netflix original movie
That's
in like
probably
years.
true. That's probably true.
All right, but now on to this next news story. That's a great news story, and everybody is
final.
for it.
We'll do final news story here. Nothing else is really
let's
that
go.
important. We got our James Bond director, who we talked about quite a bit last week. We put him in 3rd place in that last week's episode.
3rd place.
I think I would have done 2nd. I think because I'm not super familiar with Edward Berger, but he's cool. But we put him in 3rd, and our 3rd place pick was picked. They watched us and they said, "Up, no, Denis Villeneuve is doing the next James Bond." Thoughts?
Cool.
I agree.
I don't know. I like Denis. I'll probably see it. I'll try and watch the Daniel Craig Bond movies beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, you got time.
At
I
least.
can't imagine this coming out anytime soon.
It's not coming out for a while.
Maybe 29, 28. Like, how far out?
Yeah.
The rumored Variety said that the picks, they think, I don't know where they got these 3 names, but they said the 3 names in being tossed around for James Bond are Jacob Elordi, Harris Dickinson, and Tom Holland.
Yeah. Horrible. Burn it. Throw it out.
I think Jacob Elordi would be cool. Out of those 3, I'd want Jacob Elordi the most.
Jacob Elordi is too famous, and also he's 6 foot.
He's not too famous. Jacob Elordi, he's famous to us. He's not famous to
but I'm
going to
see him and I'm
guy.
gonna be like, that's just Jacob Elordi. But also, he's 6'5". That guy's not sneaking in anywhere.
That's true. He is Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, that's why.
It's going to be Tom Holland. I'm willing to
No.
bet money it's Tom Holland. I fear.
Can't be.
I really think it's gonna be, and I think they're gonna get Zendaya, and I think they're gonna get Jake Gyllenhaal to be the villain.
Best movie ever. Hang on.
Who would you want to see play James Bond?
All right. My number one pick is Theo James. I think,
No.
yes.
He's like my least favorite pick of the names I've seen thrown around.
What?
I think he's the most boring possible pick you could possibly have.
No. How's he boring, man?
He's such
he's
a boring pick.
No.
He's
White Lotus season 2?
I'm not saying I don't like him. I think he's great. I just don't like. He's too like. I don't know.
I think he'd
just
be
don't
fun.
I think they're gonna go for a younger guy. It seems based on everything.
Which, if they do, I've got a pick for that as well.
I think if they weren't doing young guy, I like Tom Hiddleston. I think he'd be a fun older Bond. But I don't think they're going.
Oh
that
hell nah! Keeps Chuck ass far away from that
Oh
movie.
my god! Yeah, because you loved the monkey so much, campaigning for Theo James.
Whoa! Don't disrespect the monkey.
What'd you like more, The Life of Chuck and the Monkey?
No comment.
I actually really like both of them, so I'd probably be okay with whatever you said.
I think I liked I rated The Life of Chuck higher.
I think I did too, but I do really like the monkey.
But if I had to pick a movie to rewatch right now, right this second, somebody was forcing me to watch a movie, I'd pick The Monkey.
Dude, I kind of want to watch The Monkey again, genuinely. And the more I think about that movie, not the point. Okay, sorry. I think I know what you're going to say.
You're kind of sounding like Theo James is a good pick. For a younger Bond, there's they won't do it because he's not white.
I think I
know.
know.
Damson Idris should be the new James Bond. He would be so good. You haven't seen F1 yet, so you're
I
not
haven't.
familiar with
I've
him.
seen him in something, maybe Black Mirror. He was in one of the Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah,
right?
he probably was.
And he's probably the next Black Panther.
That's what people are saying. I'm not buying
Based
it.
on the concept.
He's gonna be too busy being James Bond.
He was in something I've seen, I think.
It was in the show Snowfall. Have you watched Snowfall on Hulu and FX?
Oh yeah, he was in Black Mirror. So I've seen him in a episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, but I mean, especially after watching F1, I was like, how can this guy not be the next James Bond?
Fair. It's kind of the basic fan cast that's out there right now. I like Aaron Pierre. I think he'd be good.
Aaron who?
Pierre.
He's too busy being Jon Stewart.
I know, that's the thing. They're looking at Spider-Man, so I think they're...
Yeah, but he's not going to be Spider-Man for much longer because he's going to transition to Bond, and they're going to kill off Peter Parker in Secret Wars and have Miles Morales take over.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe. No, not Secret Wars, but eventually.
But yeah, eventually.
People hate it.
I'm speeding the process up.
If Denis is here to do one Bond movie and leave and they're going to get a new guy, get Henry Cavill for one. I know everyone hates that, but...
Hell no!
Oh, well, yeah, because Theo James is better.
I'm sick of this Henry Cavill propaganda. I'm putting my foot down. Henry Cavill is not that guy.
He's kind of that guy.
He's not that guy. Everybody thinks that he's that guy. No, he's not. He just looked like Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
I think he'd be a good... But you like that Mission Impossible movie he's in. Just do that.
Yeah, in spite of him. He's serving me nothing in that movie.
He's good in that movie.
No, I disagree.
You're faking right now to prove a point.
I'm not faking.
He's good in that movie.
I 100% am not faking. I truly believe this. I think Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible Fallout is so overrated.
You're just... You know what
all of his line deliveries are so flat and boring.
You know what it means when someone says something's overrated or underrated? That they're wrong, and they want everyone else to think like them.
That's not true.
That's exactly what it means.
That's not true. That's just not true at all.
You know what? Everyone else should think how I do, because I'm in the minority here.
Yes, because I'm right. They should. Not on everything, I'm not always right, but on this, I'm right.
How do you feel about
Cavill? People love Henry Cavill because he's also a nerd like they are. So they're like, maybe one day I can be like Henry Cavill. You can't. The guy's fucking huge and rich.
I think he's a charming guy.
Yeah, he's charming because he's like, oh, I play Warhammer. And people are like, oh, I do that too.
I don't play Warhammer.
Well, not you, but I'm saying other people out there. Like, this guy also plays video games like me, and he's also like huge and jacked and British and hot.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Breaking news: people think cool
You're
guy
saying
cool.
Theo James isn't cool?
No,
Oh,
I'm
wrong.
Okay, I don't know enough about Theo
You
James.
can't say
Maybe
Theo
he's
James isn't cool.
I don't know anything about him.
You've seen White Lotus season 2. How
Oh!
can you see that he's not cool?
I thought he was playing a character.
He is playing.
I don't know anything about
which Henry
him.
Cavill can't do.
I'm not. What? That's not even the point here.
Henry Cavill can play himself or a stick. That's it.
No, you're wrong. You're just
Okay, when has he done other
not the
than
point. He's good. When has he not played a stick?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Yes. When has he not played a stick in the mud?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah.
What, where he stands there and stares? Oh,
I knew
stick
that.
In the mud!
I knew that
He's
would
doing
be
nothing!
I knew that would be the answer that pissed you off the most. He's very good in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Where he's playing a stick?
He's also good in Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition, and he's not a stick in either of those. He's good in those. He's good in Man of Steel, too.
Oh, I don't know.
He's good in Man of Steel.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, how do you feel about Aaron Taylor Johnson, Bond? Can we agree on
Aaron
that
Taylor
one?
Johnson is boring.
Oh my god. Theo James is the most boring option.
How is Aaron Taylor Johnson less boring than Theo James? Everybody says Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I'm not...
He'd be great. I think he'd be good.
Side note.
Side note, I do think he'd be very good, and I would watch it, and I do like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I just think he's like the number one for everybody. Like, every list always has him at number one.
Yeah, that's
like,
not what I mean by boring. Like, I don't think boring is who everyone wants.
No, I'm just saying that would be like the least like. Oh, I didn't think that they'd pick him.
Him or Henry Cavill would be like the two that everyone seems to.
No,
I'm not trying to start something.
Cavill.
No, we can both agree. Most people say Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and most people are wrong.
I'm not here to argue that. I'm just trying to find some.
I'm here to argue it.
What's that stupid show where they find the middle ground? We're doing that.
We're not doing that.
What about the Challengers guy? Sergeant Rock. He was going to be in Sergeant Rock.
Josh O'Connell?
Yeah, he'd be good.
Josh O'Connor, I mean?
He'd be good.
Actually, Mike Feist was going to be in Sergeant Rock, so...
Oh, fuck, yeah, I mixed him up. Alright, sorry.
Josh O'Connor is not... I don't see it.
Of course. He'd be good, I think.
I think maybe, but I'm just like... I don't look at him and be like, that's James Bond.
That's the point, because it's like a fun pick.
Is it fun or bad?
Because he's
that's
like
the question, really.
He's like a young, like scrawnier version. I think that's fun. What about Jonathan Bailey?
Version.
What about Jonathan Bailey?
Jonathan Bailey, I'm in on.
He's fun,
cool.
right? Okay, we can agree on Jonathan Bailey.
And Theo James.
No, Theo James.
Okay, whoa. We can't agree on that, but watch F1 and tell me I'm wrong that Damson Idris should be bombed.
What about Will Poulter?
I've seen some people float that around. I don't hate it.
I like that. I feel like there's an Australian guy I was thinking of. Matt Berry.
Jacob Elordi.
Oh, is that who? No, I feel he's on this list for some reason.
That would rob.
That threw me off so bad.
All right, I'm looking up who should be the next James Bond.
That's
so
what
let's
I'm doing
see
now
what
too.
Variety's
Important
gonna
to
tell
note, neither of us really care that much about James Bond.
Oh, I don't care like at all. I'm just like I've put all my eggs in the Theo James basket, so I'm like, yeah, that's him. People have said Paul Mescal. What about Paul Mescal? What do we think about that?
He'd be good. He'd be good.
Okay.
I feel like
I support him in everything. So
I don't know.
Dua Lipa's future husband, Callum Turner. What about that?
I don't know who that
Star
is.
of The Boys in the Boat. You love that movie.
My favorite.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Daniel Kaluuya?
I could see that if he wants to act again, though.
Is he done?
No, he just hasn't been in things for a while. Like I don't think he's been in anything since Nope. Which is crazy. What about Richard Madden?
He's kind of like the most boring pick, I feel like, but I'm cool with it.
Whoa.
You know, like he just looks...
Dev Patel
Oh,
would be
people
cool.
do want that. But you know what? I'm doubling down. I'm all in on Tom Hiddleston. I think he would be really fun.
On who?
Tom Hiddleston. I said him earlier. I think he would be a fun Bond. I do. I think he's... I don't know. I can't describe it. I just... He's not boring.
Joseph Quinn. Oh, this list is ridiculous.
Joseph... yeah. Ooh, Benedict Cumberbatch? That would be kind of fun.
He's too old, though.
Well, yeah. So is Tom Hiddleston.
Why is Matt Berry on this list?
You were looking at the same one. Is that the Variety one? Why did they
Yeah,
put
why
him
is Matt Berry here? Who invited him?
there? Why did they put
Ooh,
him
Riz
there?
Ahmed is kind of fun.
Oh, Riz Ahmed is... But he's also like a scrawny guy. Why are you cool with that and not Josh O'Connor?
I don't know. I just think that Riz Ahmed, because I just wouldn't pick him, really. Like, that's not someone I would think of. Like, Josh
Fair.
O'Connor is just, like, white, young, you know...
Ooh. What about
Nicholas
Tom?
Hoult?
Why is Cillian Murphy on these lists? I don't see that at all.
Pierce Brosnan? That's cheating! You already did it! Can't
Guys,
do
hear me
that.
out. Daniel Craig. How do you feel
Oh,
about Tom
dude.
Hardy?
Nah. I mean, I don't know. He feels like he's, like, a bit too old as well, though, because I assume Amazon's going to want to milk this for a
Yeah,
while.
I think they want... But I could see the Denis one being like a one-time kind of bridge the gap, like one-off. Just because, like, he's not coming back to do another one. Not that he would have to. It's just like... Although he doesn't have Final Cut, so I guess that kind of disproves that.
It's true.
Okay, should we go... Should we move on?
Yeah, we did a lot of time on the Bond.
I did not expect
I was
to
not
talk
ready
that
for
much about James Bond. You were just, like, wrong on so many things. We just
What? Me?
Michael
No,
Myers?
no.
He's not even British. Who put Michael Myers on this list?
He's also not a real guy. He's a character from Halloween.
That's so true.
That was the first thing I thought of. Oh, is that just because he was Austin Powers?
Oh, I guess so.
That would be stupid. That would suck if they did that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do I like this thought enough to say it? No, I don't think it works. Never mind. I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say Charlie Cox because I was thinking...
Come on, man. Be for real. Come on.
I want him to be the Doctor. And I feel like anyone who's the Doctor could be James Bond, but I don't think he's the Bond.
Come on, man. Oh, Shooty Gatwa for
He'd be a
for
great
Bond.
Doctor, though. He's got a lot of time now. That was rude.
Who?
Shooty Gatwa. He's not the Doctor anymore.
Yeah. He got fired quick.
Yeah, I think he quit. I don't know what happened. There's
I don't
all
know.
sorts of...
He's not doing it anymore.
Louis Pullman's American, right? Oh, yeah, he's so American.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would be good.
Hmm.
All right. Should we move on to our segment? Our speed throw segment here?
Yes. We can speed through this segment.
We don't have to actually speed through it that much. We got time.
No, we're going to speed through it. We're going to go as fast as we can.
Have you seen the TikToks where they're
Yeah,
like...
and then they slow it down. Yeah. We should do that.
The first one I saw of that was just like saying all the presidents' names. It was just... and it slowed down. And it's so good. Okay, anyway. Okay, segment. So...
Ooh, one more Bond. Chris
okay,
Evans. All right, let's move on.
You know?
I'm just joking. That was a joke.
Better than Theo
Just-
James.
Oh, come on, man. You're really irking me now.
I think there is a shot they just do an American Bond.
That people would be pissed though.
You know who it
They'd
would be
be
if they
setting
did it?
themselves up for failure. Timothy Chalamet
No. Oh, maybe.
with Denis.
Pedro Pascal. He would be the Bond if it was an American.
Ooh, what about this? Dakota Johnson.
What about this? The woman that plays Sophie in The Materialist.
Dasha?
Is that right?
Oh, I have no
Respect.
idea.
That
I
was
don't
the
know
only
what
other
her
character I could
name
think
was.
of. Oh yeah, there's a
Who is
Succession
Sophie?
lady too. Sophie was the one. Her client.
Hang on. Oh, her client. That was that was the Succession lady.
Oh, there's another Succession
Zoe
lady too.
Winters. There's two Succession ladies?
Yeah, her friend that smokes a cigarette.
Yeah, that's Dasha. Is her friend that smokes a cigarette.
Oh, So
she's an interesting person to do some research into on your own time, I think.
Interesting. Good to know.
Anyway,
this segment, Brandon talked about it a little bit earlier. If the Oscars were happening right now, what would we give each award to? Spoiler alert, most of them are probably just the one movie that you're thinking of. Probably. But...
Minecraft.
Do you have Minecraft anywhere on your list?
Believe it or not, I
don't. Believe it or not. They're going to add some stupid cheer moment again, like they did a couple years ago, just to get Minecraft an honorary Oscar.
Best original song, Steve's Lava Chicken.
You know what?
They might do that just so they get Jack Black there, so they can pull the massive 5-year-old audience watching the Oscars past their bedtime.
That's so true. They missed out when they didn't give them Peaches. Everyone was so upset.
Yeah, everyone was devastated.
People really were upset. That was so...
I don't think people were.
One guy on Twitter definitely was, at least.
Was that one guy you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, people were mad. People were like, where... No, whatever, not the point. Okay. How do you want to do this?
We could go award by award. I'll start at the bottom of how I wrote them down.
Okay.
We don't have to go in that order if there's something else that you want to do.
No, I'm cool with whatever order. I just might have to look. Cause
I did like the main ones first.
Oh, that's smart. I did.
On my list, and then I went to the Oscars website and did it in that order.
Smart. I just did chronological order of when the award was introduced.
Oh, what?
But I can hop around. I don't know why.
All right. Okay. So I think we should open up our show here with the VFX category.
I think that's good. Oof.
Do you want me to list off my nominees, and then if you have any that aren't on my list, and we'll just go back and forth that way?
Yeah, that sounds good. How many did you write down?
I wrote down 5 for each category.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
Because I did 5 nominees.
Oh,
I
didn't realize we were doing nominees and wins.
Oh,
I made a mistake. Yeah. It's alright. I'll catch up.
Okay.
I'm pulling up my list.
So, yeah. So for my nominees for the best VFX, this was the last one that I wrote down. I feel like that's some important context. So I was trying to spread out some of the awards as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like if there was one where I was like, I don't think it's going to win, I won't nominate that over one that I haven't nominated at all.
Fair.
So I'd put Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Duh. F1. Yeah. And I also put Thunderbolts.
That's a good one.
And then I was kind of struggling for this one a lot. And then I went down to Den of Thieves 2 Pantera just so I could get a dimension.
Okay.
I don't think that the VFX were really anything special in it. I mean, it had some fun chases and stuff, but... And then I also wrote down Final Destination's Bloodlines.
Ooh, I was just looking at that.
To fill out the list.
As a number 5. So I've got 4. I don't know what the 5 is, but I think I got...
You don't need a 5. You don't want to do 5 for all of them.
I did How to Train Your Dragon. You're going to... I mean, this... Just because a movie's on here doesn't mean it's a good movie. I have The Electric State.
Oh.
I have... Hey.
I fought off demons to keep that off my list. I was like... It was like the Green Goblin mask talking to me. It was like, put Electric State on there, you have no other options. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah. Not a great movie. I think the visual effects are pretty good throughout. Credit where credit's due, if any credit's due for that one. Mickey 17. And...
Oh! So stupid.
And then I'll also say Thunderbolts and Mission Impossible. I think yeah, Thunderbolts has some really good visual effects. And so
I
does
just was thinking of like the Voids, kind of thing, and then I don't know who should we give this to? I feel like we both have Mission Impossible and Thunderbolts.
True. I would say How to Train Your Dragon kind of sweeps here.
Okay. Should we we each have separate winners?
Yeah, that's probably works.
All right.
Otherwise, we end up getting too competitive and going back and forth.
I'm gonna give my win to Thunderbolts. I think.
I respect
because Mission Impossible is probably gonna take some other awards. To be honest.
Fair.
And then the next one I have on here is sound. I don't know if you want to start us off with your nominees.
Best sound. All right, so I only wrote down 2 for this one.
Okay.
But I'm going to add one more. One of them I didn't see, but I just figured it was probably the best one. I said F1,
Okay.
which I am
Okay,
yet
I
to
have
see,
that
but
as
I was
well.
like, yeah, that's probably the one. I said Warfare.
I have that as well.
I think that speaks for itself. So for best sound, right? That is like sound design, right? Not like
Sound design and sound editing.
sound design and sound editing. Okay.
'Cause they used to be 2 separate awards, and they just combined them.
Yeah, that's all I got. So,
All right.
trying
So
to-
the only ones I just had 3 ones other than F1 and Warfare. I had Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning,
that's a good
just
pick.
because the sound in that was good, and there's also the sequence where they are in the submarine, and it's just totally silent.
Yeah, that's
And then
really
I also
good.
put Sinners, and I put 28 Years Later.
Those are good picks. Those are really good
'Cause
picks.
I enjoyed the sound design of that,
Yeah.
especially Sinners. I'm gonna give this one to probably Warfare, though, for me.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
Because
on
that one had really great sound design, and the way that it played with sound was really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
It wasn't just like the loudest.
Yeah, that immediately when I read best sound, like that's just the pick I feel like for this year, so far.
Yeah, I agree. And then next up, I have production design. So I'll read off my 5 nominees, and then if you have any extra, you can also shout them out.
Yes, sir.
I wrote down The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, 28 Years Later. I put Warfare in here, and Mickey 17. I was struggling to think of a 5th, so I put in Warfare.
This is adapted or not adapted. This is production.
This is production design, yeah.
I just had Sinners, Mission Impossible, and Warfare. But I feel like
Mission Impossible is cool.
28 Years Later could probably be there. Phoenician Scheme
I just thought
is a
that the
good-
causeway they had was so
Yeah,
sick.
Phoenician Scheme is a very good pick. You know what? A movie that will never be mentioned in the same sentence as the Oscars ever again. Shout out to Drop. I think that movie.
I don't know if I would shout it out, but
I'm shouting out Drop for this one.
okay. Hell yeah. Shout out to Drop, I guess.
Phoenician Scheme is a really good pick, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Phoenician Scheme, 28 Years Later, and Sinners are like the 3 for me.
Yeah,
That I'm like, any of them. I'm going to give it to Phoenician Scheme.
I think I'm also going.
I think
to.
Sinners is going to win like a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what else
Oh.
Phoenician Scheme is gonna get here.
Yeah. Now I'm interested to see what you've nominated for this next one here. The next category we have up is Best Original Song.
Best original song. I only wrote one down because I thought it was just.
You cut out there, would you rate?
I only wrote one down for this one,
Okay.
and I said Sinners. Does it count as? Is that an original song? The Take Me Home?
Original song is like a specific song on there.
Oh, so I'll say Take Me Home. Does that count? Is that original?
Sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if it was original or not.
I have 3 Sinners songs on here. I have Pale Pale Moon, Last Time I Seen the Sun, I
Ooh.
Lied to You from Sinners. And then I also put My Baby from The Materialist, because that song is a banger. And this is the only time that this movie's going to get a shout out today.
Uh-oh.
I'm very confident. I put Dina Simone from the movie Opus.
Oh, interesting.
Io Debris movie where John Malkovich is like a pop star. It's one of the like cults of celebrity movies. It's like Blink Twice and movies like that, but not as good. Iowa Debris Innocent though, as always.
Of course.
That song is a banger, but I mean, there's no winner other than "I Lied to You" from Sinners for me. That song is just so good, and like, it actually is important to the movie it's in.
Yeah.
So
Which
clear
one is I
winner for
Lied
me.
to You?
that's the one that he plays at the juke joint when the
the
stuff through the time periods and stuff happens?
That's what I was saying too.
That's what I figured
yeah.
that was the song you're.
I didn't know the official. That's a very good pick. We agree on that one.
And heck yeah, the first agreement, I believe, right? Or Phoenician Scheme was, I guess.
Yeah, we had Phoenician
and
Scheme
Warfare
and
for sound. Actually, we've
only
agreed on
disagreed
most of these.
once. I feel like I'm forgetting
now,
an original song though, but I think I'm just thinking
it
of
was tough
Smile
for me to
2.
remember.
Ooh. No, the
Smile
Rachel
2 is-
Zegler Wish one. That's not in the original Snow White. Shout out to that one, because that's good.
Okay,
Oh,
that's a good shout out.
what's the opposite of a shout out? Fuck you to Hurry Up Tomorrow in the original
Whisper
song.
Down?
Whisper Down to Hurry Up Tomorrow. Just the worst of the worst.
Okay. I love how much you hate that movie. I've got to see it eventually, if it's streaming anywhere.
Oh,
I'll sit down and listen.
I hate that movie.
The next category up is the best score. So I have Sinners, obviously. I also put 28 Years Later. I think the score in that movie is really fun.
That's a good pick.
And I put Materialists, Thunderbolts, because that Sun Lux score was awesome. And then I also put down Freaky Tales in here just to give it a shout out.
Interesting.
Love that movie.
I did have 5 down for this one.
Oh.
I have Sinners, Presence. I like that movie.
Okay.
Life of Chuck. I also had Thunderbolts. And then I had Superman and Fantastic Four. Which don't count, but I had to.
You can't do.
I know they don't count.
Do that.
I just had to put them in there.
Yeah, no, I think that they definitely will be up there. For sure. The end of the year, we'll be like, yeah, those rocked. I mean, this one is obviously Sinners.
I agree. Thunderbolts is shockingly close for me right now, though. Honestly, as I'm looking at it,
I just don't think anything is touching Sinners for the rest of the year in like so many of these categories.
100%. Maybe all of them.
Yeah. And now we've got makeup and hairstyling. Do you want to list off your nominees for that?
Yep, I think I just have 2 for this one. I have 28 Years Later and Bring Her Back.
Well. Oh, that's a good shout out. I should have put it down for that.
And as I look over my list, I would also say Materialists. Chris Evans' hair in that is pretty good. I don't know if that...
He does have pretty good hair. He's got great hair in that.
Paul Rudd's got some great hair in Friendship. Not honorable.
It's a toupee.
Honorable not mentioned to Thunderbolts, where I think everyone has bad hair in that.
Oh. I have 28 Years Later, Warfare, Sinners,
Warfare,
Mickey 17. I don't remember why. And then Thunderbolts, because I was like, people liked Yelena's makeup. I remember people seeing it online.
That's true.
That's why I wrote it down.
Her makeup in that is good.
But yeah, I do agree. Bucky's hair looks horrible.
I don't think Yelena's hair looks particularly great. No, post-credit, his hair looks awesome.
Post-credit scene, everybody else's hair looks bad, though. They do a swap.
Oh, yeah. Not Hannah. Ghost's hair doesn't look great.
Yeah. I'm going to give this one to 28 Years Later, though. I think that the zombie stuff is really cool.
I agree.
And I just don't want to give Sinners every award.
Yeah, I agree.
And next up, we've got editing. Best editing.
Ooh.
So my nominees are F1. Just because of the way that the racing sequences in that movie are edited are tight and really fun. And then I got Sinners, obviously. 28 Years Later, because that has a lot of fun editing in it. Especially that the boot sequence is like a lot of fun when they're like intercutting with footage from like Henry VIII or whatever. Awesome. And then I put Warfare as well. I put Warfare in a shocking amount of times, but I think the editing of Warfare is pretty tight, and it gets you keeps you on edge, I feel like.
Warfare's a good pick.
then I also have Black Bag, which does the same thing that Warfare does as well.
I have to see that. I forgot about that one until you just said it.
It's a good one. Soderbergh's best of the year.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I had 28 Years Later because I mean, come on, it's got such a unique style to it. It's awesome. I got Friendship, again, pretty unique style to it. Sinners, obviously. Bring Her Back, I think, does some really cool stuff, but 28 Years Later is the clear winner for me.
Yeah.
Especially, like you said,
I've
the
got
boot
28 Years
sequence.
Later winning.
It's every time it like cuts to that red look and you just like see them out there. Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for me, when I was going through writing like nominees for every single one, it felt like every award I could just instantly write in Sinners and 28 Years Later.
That's pretty
and
much.
then just have to think of 3 more.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty much what I did, except without the adding others.
Well, next up we've got costume design. So I'm interested to see if you have anything in there that I don't have.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
All right, let's see it.
I have How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay. I don't have that one in there.
I figured. I just have How to Train Your Dragon and Sinners here, but if I'm adding more, Mickey 17, pretty great.
Yeah, I've got. Here, I'll read off mine, and then if there's any more that you want to shout out,
Perfect.
I got I put Sinners, obviously. F1, Mickey 17, 28 Years Later, because the costuming of everybody like looking like in that old, worn in stuff, I thought was pretty fun, and also just because 20 Years Later is awesome, so I just wrote it in for everything. And then I also put Phoenician Scheme. The costumes in that movie were a lot of fun.
That's a good pick.
I was a big fan of it, but I'm giving this to Sinners. I think pretty.
Yeah,
handedly.
I would also shout out The Ugly Stepsister, which is that Cinderella body horror movie, period piece, and like they have a big ball scene. Everyone looks sick. All the costumes really good, and even in the more dark scenes, everyone. Ooh, I don't want to think about that movie anymore. Actually,
All right.
I'll probably go Sinners.
Yeah.
Again.
The costumes in that are just awesome, man.
Opposite of shout out to Thunderbolts, where again I don't think any of the costumes are particularly great, despite how much I love the movie.
Yeah, whisper down to Thunderbolts there
Whisper
for
down
that.
to Thunderbolts for that one.
Now we can move on to cinematography here.
Ooh, I only had one down, so you go.
Oh, I go first here?
Yeah, you
All
go
right.
first here.
I put Sinners down because, I mean, that movie I think is so beautifully shot. I think, I don't remember her name. Autumn. Hang on, I've got to look this up because I have to actually shout her out because
Respect.
that was awesome. Autumn Durald, Arkapow, cooked. And she's like the first woman to shoot a film and like to be the cinematographer of a movie and that's shot in 70 millimeter IMAX.
That is insane.
So that's pretty sick. And I mean, she was cooking in it. So I mean, that's just a fun fact, and it's also just like one of the best looking movies of the year. I also put 28 Years Later because it does a lot of really fun stuff, and they filmed it like with iPhones. And I mean, like the bullet time stuff is just awesome. I put F1 because the way that Kaczynski films like the races and movement is just awesome. Put Mission Impossible Final Reckoning because I mean that whole entire final plane sequence was awesome to me. And then here's a movie that is the only place it's getting a shout out. I put Last Breath.
Oh, you saw? I didn't know you saw that.
Yeah, it was a secret movie, a screen unseen that I saw, and it was honestly, it shocked me. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. It was a good time, but it's Simu Liu, Woody Harrelson, and I don't remember the other guy's name, the main character's name. He spends most of the movie unconscious, so it
Based
doesn't
on
matter.
based
But
on a
it's
true story, right?
yeah, it's based off of a documentary that the director also like made.
Oh, I
Like
didn't
he
know
made the
that.
documentary and then made this movie of it, like the fictionalized or whatever. But it was like most of the movie is shot underwater, and almost all of the movie is shot inside like a tiny, like not a sub, but like a, they're underwater
Hmm.
in this tiny like thing. They don't have a lot of room to get around, so I just thought that the way
Don't
that they
like
shot
that.
it was really, really fun. Yeah, not great if you're like claustrophobic
Yeah.
or have a fear of the deep ocean.
Which I'd
But
argue everyone should, quite frankly.
mm,
uh,
yeah,
I obviously also had Sinners, did 28 Years Later, Mission Impossible, Friendship, which I think is a shockingly beautiful movie for, especially those like sewer scenes. All of a sudden, like the tonal shifts throughout the movie are really interesting, and then they do some cool stuff despite it being a very silly movie. And then I'd also shout out Presence, which again I think is. I like that movie a lot more than most people, but I think everyone can agree that cinematography-wise, pretty good, right? Do we agree?
yeah.
Cool.
I know, I agree.
No, yeah, I was.
I think
genuinely
I would
yes.
have, put that over Last Breath or Final Reckoning, probably. Well, no, probably just over Last Breath.
Fair. And then just a shout out that isn't a nomination, just a shout out because it's not going to be anywhere else. The movie Mountainhead. I thought that was a pretty movie.
I didn't see it because I couldn't force myself to watch it because everybody said it was not that good.
It's not that good.
And I was like, I don't want to be let down by my Succession boys, so I'll just skip it. Maybe I'll see it eventually. I don't know. But next up, we've got animated
the winner?
feature. Oh, my winner was Sinners.
Yeah, same. I already circled it.
Yeah, I'd already bolded it on my notes app, so that's why I moved on before saying it. Like everybody knows, it's Sinners. Animated film. I'm gonna go first because I only have 2 on this.
I also only have 2.
Okay, is it The Day the Earth Blew Up and Dogman?
No, it is not.
Okay.
I didn't realize what a crazy bad year it's been for animation. Not that these movies are bad, just generally, not a lot of animated stuff.
Yeah, there's been. I want to see the movie that just dropped on Netflix that people are saying is good, like K-pop.
Oh,
Something.
yeah, the K-pop Demon Hunter or something.
Yes, K-pop Demon Hunter. People say that that's good. So
Yes, I definitely want to see that. And Neja 2, I still have to see, which I know is like supposedly really great. But yeah, I'm like shocked at how little
and
there
haven't
is
seen
here.
Elio yet.
Haven't seen Elio yet as well. I only have The Day the Earth Blew Up and Predator Killer of Killers here.
Oh, I didn't get to that one.
We might agree on this one.
Hang on. Well, I've got 2 late submissions here, possibly.
Okay.
So I put these in as question marks because I don't think that they're animated movies. I don't think you'll think they're animated movies, but I've got to double check because I would have a winner in here if you allow it.
Okay.
So now I just want to keep in mind, what are your thoughts on the movie Marcel the Shell with Shoes On?
I feel like my thoughts don't matter because it was nominated for a
It was nominated for Best Animated.
under
I think it
animated.
won. Did it win?
Oh, did it? I don't even
Maybe it
remember.
did. I don't remember.
Yeah, so I
But-
feel like my thoughts don't matter.
So if that counts, would we count Paddington in Peru and Lilo and Stitch? That's kind of pushing it. It's way more aggressive. I'm totally fine if you want to say no.
I
We
think
just give it to Looney Tunes.
I think just technically I wouldn't, but I'm cool with doing it for this silly
Okay.
game.
So we'll give it to The Day the Earth Blew
But
Up.
if that's the case, does
If
How to Train Your
Paddington in
Dragon
Peru was available.
if
No, because that's live action. That's explicitly live action.
what? It is
They
equally. Oh, and Lilo and
No,
Stitch
no.
isn't.
Well, I don't think that these should count. I
Oh,
said
okay,
that before I
okay,
pitched
okay,
it. I said
okay.
I don't think that they should count.
Sorry for getting
But
so angry immediately.
Marcel the Shell was nominated, so I could see a
It-
world where maybe if we want to
It's
loosen the
true.
rules a bit.
My only thing is there's like no people in Marcel the Shell. Like most
That's true.
shots are like.
True. Absolutely fair.
But I do.
So the winner is The Day the Earth Blew
Let's
Up.
go. A movie I never thought you would see.
Dogman was not taking it.
I do
Dogman
think
was garbage.
the rules are interesting because it's interesting to me that Marcel isn't animated and Avatar isn't.
He cut out.
Is that happening
So
again?
the rules are interesting.
Because it's
cut
weird
out.
to me that Marcel is animated but Avatar isn't.
Yeah, that is. I guess because there's so much of a live component to it, and maybe also because it is motion captured that they don't count that. Well, that's kind of silly.
Yeah,
but that could be
it's
because it's not
interesting.
like hand animated.
True. Shout out Predator
But-
though, good movie.
I've got to get to it before the next Predator movie. Our next one is a new category at the Oscars this year, the Best Casting Award. So if you want to fire yours off first.
Mine are heavily biased here. I wrote down
Okay.
materialists.
Uh-huh.
I said Sinners, obviously. 28 years later. Shout out Life of Chuck. And then I'll go Mickey 17 because I only had 4 initially. But or do I do a Minecraft movie? Kidding, that was a joke. Had to
Okay,
get that.
I
I had
was
to
like-
get that out there.
Well, but the thing is, I genuinely for a second debated putting Minecraft on my list for casting because casting Jack Black is the only reason that movie was successful.
It is kind of an incredible. That's true.
But it doesn't feel like the spirit of the award to give it
Yeah.
to Minecraft.
Would-
So
Would Thunderbolts even count for casting? Because most of the. Although I
I
like Lewis
don't-
Pullman.
no, I think maybe it would. I've got Sinners because obviously incredibly casted movie. 28 years later, incredibly casted movie, and finding Alfie Williams and getting that performance
Yeah.
out of him is awesome. And in a similar vein, I also put Bring Her Back for this one
Oh, that's a really good
because
pick.
there's the entire movie hinges on basically 2 young performers, and they deliver. And then I
Great
also
pick.
put Warfare just because they had every internet boyfriend on there.
Yeah.
And I put Phoenician Scheme, which kind of feels like cheating because it's a Wes Anderson movie, so the cast is just always going to be nuts.
That's
But-
another great pick. Warfare is a. I don't know how I missed Warfare. That is a very good shout.
I'm going to give it to Sinners, though. I'm going to be boring. I think Finding Miles Caton
That's the thing.
is just incredible. And Michael B. Jordan, I mean, obviously he was going to be in the movie, but like everybody in that movie is awesome. It does have like a kind of
Yeah.
a stacked cast as well.
Yeah, I want to give it
Delroy
to.
Lindo.
I want to. I want to give it to 28 years, but Sinners is so clearly the pick. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's more fun, but like it's obviously Sinners. I mean,
Yeah.
Shout out
I just made a
Materialists,
horrible
though.
realization.
oh, did you
Yeah.
realize that you should have put the monkey on your best casting because you love Theo James?
That I should have put what?
The monkey,
No.
since you love
All right,
Theo
man.
James.
All right. No.
I'm gonna.
If I was
change-
doing a James Bond casting, I'd put the monkey on there.
I'm gonna change my mic and see if that helps.
All right. I just realized that I should have nominated Delroy Lindo for supporting
Ooh.
actor, and I forgot to do that.
Someone already
But-
might have done that.
Yeah. You've stolen that one from me, I think.
No, I can prove it.
No. No, I'm saying like you got that. You've got a better winner there for me.
Oh,
Not that it's like a competition, really.
yeah,
but-
really.
So next up, we've got best adapted screenplay.
Ooh,
I've got 28 Years Later, Mickey 17, Thunderbolts, On Swift Horses, which is a movie I
Ooh.
really liked a lot. That'll come up again later. That was a really good movie. Also thought about putting that one in best casting because that cast was also kind of crazy. It's Jacob Elordi, Will Poulter, Daisy Edgar Jones, Diego Calva, and Sasha Kaye.
damn.
Just nuts. And
Shout out Sasha Kaye.
shout out. And then I also put a movie, My Dead Friend Zoe, which was
Ooh.
adapted from a short film.
I gotta see that.
It was pretty good. I had a good time with it. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen, but it was like a solid movie.
Fair enough. I had 28 Years Later, Life of Chuck, Thunderbolts, The Day the Earth Blew Up, and
Interesting.
As I'm looking here, I'll throw Final Destination Bloodlines into that.
Oh, okay.
Getting crazy.
Yeah. We're getting wild. I'm giving this to 28 Years Later.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I
Good movie.
like that's the one that I wrote down first, but I feel like it seems like I'm copying you because I keep agreeing with you.
No, I mean, to be fair, I didn't realize until like when I was trying to fill this out earlier, and I just kept being like, the only two movies that I'm like, these movies are like insane to me was 28 Years Later and Sinners.
Are they
Everything
your top
else
two?
was like, I was like, that's kind of good. Yeah, I've got Sinners. Sinners might be my only 5-star movie of the year.
I think so too, honestly.
Because I gave 28 Years Later 4.5.
Superman. Superman.
Yeah. Save me, Superman. Next up, we've got Best Original Screenplay. I'm going to take the reins on this.
Yes, I only wrote down 2 at the time.
Okay.
I have Sinners and Bring Her Back. As I'm looking over my list here, I don't know if Presence is an original screenplay. Is Materialists?
Materialist is. I have Materialist written down.
I'll throw Materialists in there as well.
I've got Materialist, Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, Freaky Tales, and Black Bag.
Ooh.
I really love Freaky Tales. I think it's a lot of fun. Have you seen Freaky Tales?
No, I almost rented it the other day.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch
Emmett,
it.
You've got to see it.
I feel like
it's a movie that you would love.
Yeah, everything I hear about it, I feel like I'd really like it.
Also, I'm gonna blow your mind here, unless you already knew it. Then I'm not doing anything. Do you know who directed Freaky Tales?
No.
The people that directed Freaky Tales were
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. Yeah.
I shout out House of Cinema podcast. I remember them saying that. You said that, and I was like, I don't think we talked about this, but
no, because I found that out after like I'd seen the movie, and I like was looking just on Letterboxd or whatever, and I was like, they directed Captain Marvel, and then they go on to make Freaky Tales.
That
That's
is
like
pretty wild.
Just crazy. Like Captain Marvel is like so boring and saucy.
I would like to add an original screenplay I forgot.
Yeah, what would you like to add?
Friendship.
That's a good one.
I think that's
I've got to
winner.
rewatch that one.
I'm giving it to Friendship. Really? Yeah, I mean it's obviously Sinners, but I don't want to give it to Sinners. Like if I was
Yeah, I'm being boring. But we're coming up on the big ones now. We've got the 4 acting awards and then director and picture, and then we're all set.
Then it's Love Island time.
Yeah. Should we start with the supporting ones? We'll do supporting actress first.
Ladies first. I actually did write a lot down for these, luckily.
Okay.
We're doing actress?
Yes.
I wrote Jodie Comer with a question mark, just to make sure that's the name.
Yep. It's Jodie Comer. That's the right Jodie.
I said Sally Hawkins. Wunmi Mosaku. I always pronounce her name wrong. So sorry. And I said Mia the Rappleton? The Rappleton from the Phoenician Scheme.
I have I'm going to push back on your nominees here a bit.
Sally
Hawkins, I have her down nominated, but I have her nominated in...
Interesting. Let me pull up IMDb.
She might not be I don't know. Because to me, she was I mean, she's not like the protagonist, but she basically is the lead.
Yeah. She's second build on IMDb.
Second build behind who? The boy?
The main kid. Damn, Piper's not till like 7.
But there can be 2 leads, though.
Yeah.
That's why I had her down as lead, because to me, she was the lead of it. But, I'll read off the rest of mine. I had Jodie Comer, Mia Therapleton, and Wunmi Mosaku, like you. I also had Carrie Condon in F1. I think that most of her story is like bad and garbage, but I think that she's really good in it. And she kind of mocked Brad Pitt. she like they like force a romance thing with Brad Pitt and her character, and it's just really like out of place and like not needed. But she does mog him several times in charisma, which is crazy, because you think Brad Pitt kind of was Not that great in F1,
Not
I'll
great?
say that.
Damn. Luckily, he's a good guy.
He's all right.
in
He's
real
still
life.
Brad. Yeah, it's true. At least he's a good family man. And then I also nominated Naomi Ackie, Mickey 17.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Maybe that's what I'll replace Sally Hawkins with.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
I don't know who I want to give it to. I'm torn between Wumi Masaku or Jodie Comer.
I'm giving it to Jodie Comer. I'm just trying to find a replacement, even though it doesn't really matter. Ooh, no, I can't give that thing anything. Jenna Ortega is good in that dog shit movie that should never be mentioned ever again. But I'm not doing that.
Oh man,
it's ridiculous. No,
you could nominate Carrie from Succession.
that's true. Oh, what's her name? She was Sue Storm. Kate Mara. Shout out Kate Mara in Friendship.
In Friendship? There you go.
Yeah, it's obviously Jodie Comer for me.
All right. Now, lead actress. I've got some different ones on this one.
Ooh.
Because I couldn't find that many movies that were, like, led by, like, women, I feel like.
And there's one that I don't want to give a nod
that I, like,
to.
loved.
But she's...
which one is that?
Dakota Johnson, but I do think she's good.
Yeah, I didn't nominate her.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I didn't. I've got Sally Hawkins and Bring Her Back, Florence Pugh in Thunderbolts, Sophie Thatcher.
Oh, I thought I was being cool with that one.
And then I also nominated Keke Palmer in One of Them Days.
Ooh, that's fun.
And then the fifth one was Elizabeth Olsen in The Assessment.
Oh,
she's really good in that.
That's fun.
And kind of an alright movie, but yeah, Keke Palmer I think kind of carries. Well, it doesn't carry One of Them Days. SZA is also really good, but she's spectacular in it. Sophie Thatcher is really fun, and
she's
kind
great.
of the entire movie hinges on her.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Florence Pugh, which I wrote down Thunderbolts. I don't know how I made that mistake.
That's awesome.
And then Sally Hawkins is awesome in Bring Her Back. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. Probably Sally Hawkins. I'm going to be fun and give it to Keke Palmer.
It seems I wrote Jodie Comer in both of these categories just to be safe.
Good.
I have Jodie Comer, which doesn't count. I don't know why I put her here. I have Florence Pugh. Sally Hawkins recently moved here. Sophie Thatcher. And then, just to not be boring, shout out Kalina Lang from Prisons.
Okay, for sure. Is that the daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm forgetting something or someone here. Ooh. Shout out Leah Mirren from Ugly Stepsister, actually. I'll put her as my 5. She's really good.
There you go. Now we've got supporting actor.
Who'd you give it to?
Oh, I gave mine to Keke Palmer.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, you did say that. I'm going to go Sally Hawkins.
That's fair.
Or do I do
Florence
Florence
Pugh?
Pugh? I'll go Sally Hawkins.
Oh, I should have given it to Florence Pugh. Oh, well. Supporting actor. I've got Chris Evans for Materialist, Miles Caton from Sinners, Michael Cera, Phoenician Scheme, Ralph Fiennes, 28 Years Later,
That's great.
and Diego Calva for On Swift Horses. Also, obvious shout out to Delroy Lindo and Damson Idris. I think those are also good. They just didn't make the cut.
I can't believe I forgot Miles Caton, so I'm stealing that for my 5, just for the record. I'm just letting it be known I am stealing. Delroy Lindo, I have Ralph Fiennes, I have Chris Evans also, and then I think the only difference, I have Lewis Pullman. I think he's really, really good in Thunderbolts, man.
Yeah, I thought about putting... At first, before I put Ralph Fiennes down, I had... Because I couldn't pick one, I was between Lewis Pullman or David Harbour. Because I thought they both were really good. And I was like, I can't pick between them. And then I just was like, oh wait, Ralph Fiennes, I'm being stupid. So
Ralph Fiennes is just so good. Honestly, could probably throw in one of those Warfare fellas too, because they're all pretty good.
Yeah, I thought about chucking Joseph Quinn in there.
That's what I was thinking, just because he's got a lot.
Of all of them, he stuck out the most.
Yeah,
But I was like, I don't know if he does enough. Like, he has a lot of really big moments, like a couple big moments, but I don't know if that is enough of a full performance.
And it's just a lot of screaming, mostly.
yeah, absolutely.
He is very good.
But I wanted to put Diego Calvin because I thought he was, like, sensational in On Swift Horses.
Fair.
I also think he's really good in Babylon, and I think robbed. He should have been nominated for Babylon. Fair. I'm a huge Babylon truther, though.
Are you?
So I'm a little biased. Nah.
I'm kind of shocked you didn't do a bit that I thought you were going to do.
What?
I thought you were going to put Robert Pattinson in supporting and actor.
Oh, no.
Lead.
I should have, but I had too many supporting actors.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have room for a bit.
I'm honestly torn between Delroy Lindo and Ralph Fiennes. Like, truly. I'm going to go Delroy Lindo, I think. I mean, he's just... He's one of the only things on here. He's one of the only things on here that, like, if this won, I'd be cool, you know? A lot of these are just, like... Actually, that's not true, because a lot of the Sinners ones are real. But, like, I think he at least needs to get a nom.
Yeah, I'm giving it... I really like Diego Calvin on Swift Horses, but I'm giving it to Miles Caton in Sinners.
Great pick.
Well, actually, I feel... No, he is a supporting. Michael B. Jordan is above him, I think. He feels like we view a lot of the story through him, but I think Michael B. Jordan is... I didn't even think about this until just now, about who would be... Listen, but I feel like I don't know. It's tough to tell. But I think Michael B. Jordan... Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is listed above him. He's third billed.
And it's not always what you think. I mean, last year alone, there was a lot of...
That's true. There is category fraud all the time. So yeah. But yeah, that's gonna take us into our lead actor category here for our final three.
Drum roll, please. I can't do a drum roll. Ooh, good. That was good. That was really good.
Oh yeah, I've been practicing. Oh, are you going first or?
Oh, which one? I was so focused on the drum.
I thought you were going first for lead actor.
Okay, lead actor. I've got Michael B. Jordan. Duh. Robert Pattinson. I have Alfie Williams.
Yep.
Who's really, really good. And, dude, I don't know, man. Him, and I haven't even seen Adolescence, but the fact that those two have delivered, like, just incredible performances, relatively unknown completely.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Alfie Williams, incredible. Tim Robinson, obviously. I mean, he's, of course.
That is fun.
And then Tom Hiddleston. No, I'm kidding about that one.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Ooh, one honorable mention.
Supporting actor.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. One honorable mention, Josh Hartnett in Fight or Flight.
Yes, that's a good shout out. Every category I looked at, and I was like, "Can I fit Fight or Flight in here?" And I just couldn't do it for any of them. I just wasn't able to make it work.
So fast.
I should have done it for VFX for the trip sequence in that.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true.
Oh well, if I could go back in time, I would. But I wanted to shout out. I meant to write this down before, and then when I went to type it out, I completely forgot. Like, it just escaped my head. For supporting actor, I also wanted to give an honorable mention shout out to Connor O'Malley, because he basically steals the movie for me in like one scene.
How excited are you for that DVD?
I pre-ordered the DVD just so I could get the 12-minute cut of Connor O'Malley in the garage. I need it. But for lead actor, I had a lot of similar ones. I had Robert Pattinson, Michael B. Jordan, and Alfie Williams as well. I also put Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, just because...
Great pick.
Dave Cinema. And then the last one I have is Jay Ellis in Freaky Tales.
Ooh, fun.
Because that is a really fun, especially final third of the movie. I just put it in just so I could shout out Freaky Tales. You have to see Freaky Tales, Emmett. If you see it and you don't like it, though, I will be devastated.
I think I'll like it. I really do.
I think that you would. I think you would. It's got Pedro in it.
Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow.
You should. It's
or
got a really
Wednesday
fun
when there's no Love Island.
Yo, yeah, on Hump Day. Who are you giving it to? Because I'm torn.
I mean, Michael B. Jordan's the first thought, but I think Tim Robinson's really good in Friendship. But I also think Alfie Williams is like... I mean, obviously a lot of Sinners... Actually, I can't say this. All of Sinners relies on Michael B. Jordan. All of Friendship relies on Tim Robinson. But Alfie Williams is like a kid, and the whole movie relies on him, you know? Like, not that his performance is better, but it just seems more impressive. With all that being said, I'm going Tim Robinson.
All right, I'm going to go Robert Pattinson just because I think he does a lot of really fun stuff, and that's my GOAT.
I really wish I liked Mickey 17 more. I'm going to give it another go at some point. Me neither. I mean, I liked it. I really wanted to love it.
Same. I was like, oh, man, it wasn't quite as good as I was hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, last two. We'll hit these fast so we don't miss any Love Island action, I guess. Not. But for Best Director, here's the 5 I wrote down. I had Ryan Coogler, Danny Boyle, Wes Anderson, Joseph Kosinski, and Christopher McQuarrie. But I'm going to swap Christopher McQuarrie out for Celine Song because that's my GOAT.
That's it.
And I can't believe I forgot to put her in there.
I can't believe I forgot Wes Anderson. That's a good... I mean, obviously, we're similar. I have Ryan Coogler, Danny Boyle, Celine Song. And then you know what? Shout out Jake Schreier. You know?
Shout out Jake
Schreier. Doing X-Men, which I actually don't think we ever put in the news for the last couple weeks, but...
No. Well, I think that it was, like, rumored, and then they said that it was kind of confirmed, but it wasn't really. It was just
we did talk about it when it was initially rumored.
Yeah.
And then I have Mike Flanagan here, but I'm going to replace him with the Raka Raka guys.
I thought about putting them in as well.
Because, I mean, I think Life of Chuck is good, but I think Bring Her Back is more impressive. Who are you giving it to?
I'm giving it to Ryan Coogler.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, Danny Boyle's trying to fight back, but there's no way.
Yeah.
There's
you know what? Who
no
directed
way.
Friendship? Gotta get that in there. Shout out Andrew
I didn't realize you were this big of a Friendship.
Well, it's my second of the year, so every time I look over, it's looking at me.
Interesting. All right. Well, now, speaking of second of the year, we're gonna find out what first of the year is.
Yeah, now it's pretty much just my. Is yours just your top 5 of the year?
It's not. I switched it out a little bit because
smart.
I don't think I wanted to nominate Bring Her Back for Best Picture.
Fair. Yeah, I kind of feel that way with one of mine, so I might swap.
So I swapped Bring Her Back. Oh no, that's not even. Oh no, I didn't nominate Thunderbolts because I felt kind of silly nominating Thunderbolts for like Best Picture.
Fair.
Because although I really liked it, and I loved it. I liked it a lot. It's not like I don't know. I feel like compared to the other ones, it's like just a different kind of feeling.
Definitely.
And then I swapped my 7 and 6. So instead of it being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Which makes sense.
Mine is pretty much my top 4, and then I don't know what to do about number 5. But for Best Picture, I have Sinners, number 1 of the year. Duh. I have Friendship, number 2 of the year. Duh. 28 Years Later, number 3 of the year. Thunderbolts, or New Avengers, I guess, whatever. My 4th of the year. Now, my 5th of the year, you're going to want to shoot me with a gun, is How to Train Your Dragon. But I can't get that in here.
That's not what I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be something else.
Oh, Life of Chuck.
Yeah.
Life of Chuck's my number 9. I guess I'll go...
That's far enough away.
I'm torn between a couple here, but I think I'll just go... I'll go Materialists here.
Yeah. I just couldn't bring myself to put Materialists in here. I've got Sinners, 28 Years Later, Freaky Tales,
nice,
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning,
respect,
and F1 sneaking in at the end there. I really enjoyed F1 a lot. I don't think it's like a perfect movie. It's got a lot of issues, and it's like a movie that I feel like if I watched it at home, like on a rewatch, I will not enjoy it as much. But just
Fair.
being in a packed IMAX theater, seeing it, it's just such an awesome experience that I'm like, I can't rate it anything lower.
Fair. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm glad to hear you liked it. I would definitely.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, I think going in knowing that it's just like a basic sports movie,
Yeah.
just gonna follow all of those plot lines. It's like, all right. And there's some people that are like nitpicking, like they're like, because they're like super
There
big
always
F1
is.
the sport fans, and
That's-
like, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, that's what's funny to me about this movie. It's like, it's just so clearly like the ad for F1, which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like they even have the little trademark symbol. Like it just, I
Yeah.
think it's so funny.
It's just it's the best like 3-hour commercial I've ever seen.
It's awesome. Like no basketball movie is just NBA trademarked. Like it's just such a
Yeah.
funny way to do it.
Yeah. But it was a good time. But yeah, I'm giving it to Sinners. I
Yeah.
think that's
Obviously,
it's like
I mean,
a cut above everything else this year.
it's in a league of its own when looking at my 2025 list.
Yeah.
What did I have?
When I was looking through though, I was kind of shocked at like how much stuff I didn't like love this year.
Yeah. Like my
Like
top
a lot of it I was like just meh.
my top like I'd say 7 are like the stuff I'm passionate about. From there to like I don't know, like 30, it's kind of like it could be wherever, and then from there below it's garbage.
Yeah.
Like Wolfman
kept trying
and the
to-
Gorge.
I kept trying to find a spot to fit in You're Cordially Invited. I couldn't do it.
I was looking at that quite because I do like that movie.
Yeah, I was shocked at how much I like that movie. We'll have to do like some superlative thing maybe closer to the end of the year.
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
idea.
shout out movies like that aren't like Sinners.
Yeah, halfway through the year, I mean, not a bad year for movies at all, but not a great year. I mean, we're halfway. It'll get better. But like
Yeah.
this time last year, I don't know. We were getting some hits by the summer last year. We already had
Yeah,
Dune.
I mean, we had
We
Dune
had-
and Sinners to me is like the canceling out.
We had Challengers at this point last year. We had
Mm.
Hundreds of Beavers, my number one of last year, of course. Furiosa was out. Like there was a lot, and we're just
Yeah.
not there. Hitman was out. Like
Oh,
last year was a really good year.
last year was a good year.
Oh my god, just going
We
through.
didn't know how good we had it.
I know, and I watched so many movies, and I'm watching so little this year.
Well, I mean, it's not like there's nothing that's like you have to go see this right now. You know?
Yeah, we're this month. I mean, this comes out July 1st. We're
Yeah.
I mean,
we're heating up now.
we're heating up. It's a lot of like more slop stuff, but who cares? It's gonna be good.
But then in the fall is when we get the good like award bait
Yeah.
stuff.
That'll be a fun time because
Yeah.
that's a really fun time of the year. Because stuff is like
Yeah.
you've heard about it all year. It's been built up, and then sometimes you see it and it's just bad. Like Amelia Perez, all of last year it was like Selena Gomez is getting an Oscar. This is going to be like a thing, and then it comes out and it's just bad. It's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
But
We
yeah,
should
I
do-
think that's gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, you're good. We're wrapping up, but we should do one of these too, where it's like predicting what's actually going to win this far out, and like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Jeremy Allen White, and I mean, spoiler. I don't know if he's going to win. That was just my first thought. Very bare-brained.
He's probably gonna be nominated though because
definitely
he's
be
doing a
nominated.
musical biopic. So that's all you have to do to get a nom nowadays.
Timothy will probably also be nominated.
Yeah, he's
Lose-
gonna win. Damn it!
lose
It's his
again?
year.
Who, real quick, and then we'll go. Who do you think wins if you guess right now?
I think Timothy because he was if he gives like a good performance again, like he was close last year, and I don't know if
For the
there's,
wrong movie.
like- what did you?
I-
What do you mean? Oh yes, yeah, no, yes. Sorry, yes, absolutely, you're right. Absolutely, it was for the wrong movie. Absolutely, Dune 2, you should have been nominated for it. Absolutely, Dune 2. I'm so sorry what they did to you because you were released in March. That's why I'm kind of nervous about them doing that to Sinners, but I feel like they won't.
I really
Because it's
don't.
not a huge IP movie.
I don't think Sinners is going to get a lot of love. I really don't.
which is ridiculous.
Director, it had Ryan Coogler. If he's not nominated, I mean, whatever.
Director, screenplay, and a bunch of like below the line stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see
acting stuff.
I don't think we'll see any acting stuff, which sucks.
I think we might get one of like either Delroy Lindo or Michael B. Jordan.
I'd rather have Delroy Lindo.
I think he could. Also, he's gonna have like it's time. He's been robbed before, so
they love that.
Could get him a nom. Yes, they do. And we love that when you like and subscribe and ring the bell and follow on Spotify. That was a smooth transition.
That was awesome. That was really good.
Yeah, that's going to do it for episode 21 of the Aluminum Screen Podcast. Come back next week for episode 22, where we're talking about
Jurassic World.
Yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth.
The day... and on that day that episode comes out, we will watch Superman.
Oh, that's true. Crazy.
We have one more podcast before Superman.
Yeah, we should do an emergency podcast right after.
We should, but then we're only the screen, like the early people would see it.
Well, we can give spoiler-free thoughts and then...
True. What if we hate it? No, we're not going to get into that.
No, we won't.
We won't. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. We got Love Island to watch.
Yeah, bye.
We will see you guys next time. We appreciate you. Say it.
Adios.